What up, guys? What's going on? Hello, chat. Happy Wednesday. What is going on with this cruise situation? What are y'all doing? Why y'all going so hard on the cruise? What's going on? Why are people acting like they losing their mind if they don't have boots on the ground? Like, seriously, like, what is that about? I don't understand it. Make me understand this for real. People on there talking about how they not going back to the cruise and they don't know if they can go now. Like, why can't you go? Like, you don't know how to act like a person? Like, seriously, like, what's really going on with the cruises now? And everybody, I mean, I don't understand why they would even sell any ticket for $99. Like, for what? Who going on a cruise ship for $99? That's all I want to know. Like, for what? They said that they was taking so much food from the buffet back to their rooms, so where they was leaving all their plates, everything in the hallway. I'm like, could you imagine? I can't even imagine it. Like, and why? What is up with that? I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life. You telling me that you don't know how to act? I mean, like, for real. Me myself, I'm kind of happy they got rid of that fans boots on the ground. Like all them fans opening up like that. Like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, seriously, like, come on now. We got to do better. And look at that. Look at that. Like, what is this? Like, what is that? Like, why do we always gotta spread it wide all over the dance floor? Like, I mean, that looks like BB's barbecue and lounge. That's exactly what that looked like. That doesn't look like somewhere that you need to be. Like, what is that? What is that? What is that? And why we gotta always just be so extra sometimes? I tell you what, you ain't going on Royal and doing that. Now, I guarantee you that. I bet you're not going to try them Royal. And if you do, good luck. They are not, they're not having that at all. You not about to come up on Royal and do none of that. You ain't about to be on Virgin. You ain't about to be on none of those cruise ships acting like you done lost your mind. Like, for real. like, like, why? Like, what is that about? Why can't we act like we got some common sense? Just a little bit, just a little bit. Like, that's wild to me. And for what? And for what? I tell you what, I'm not a cruise person. I'm not a person like, and if I was to cruise, I would have to stop. I would have to be docking. There's no way you about to have me on that boat like that long. Like, I don't really care for food actually. That food, like, I don't know. It's different. It ain't bad, but I couldn't imagine spring break and stuff and them $99 specials. No siree. I'm cool. Like, I am cool on that. Now that's one thing I'm not about to do. Like, real talk. And then y'all people was on there fighting. Like, fight on the cruise. What you got to fight about? And they got the nerve to have unlimited drinks. I mean, I don't think they should have unlimited drinks anywhere. Like, not less a floating little city. And could you imagine the security having to be RoboCop in the middle of the night on the water? No, they couldn't pay. They can't pay security enough to be on there at all. Zero. At least I don't think they should. Like, there's no way. You imagine breaking up the drunkest people that you could possibly know. Like, there's no way. And then think about it. Even the teens and stuff, y'all, like, they was allowed to roam the ship all night long, all night long. They don't have to be in no certain time. They're just allowed to be out there. which is wild to me. You should not be allowed to just be outside like that. I'm sorry, you shouldn't. And for what? What y'all out there like that for? Y'all ain't got no reason to be out there doing that. Like that's all I'm saying. I'm confused when it comes to that. Like you have no reason to be out there on that ship like that. Like I don't get it. I don't. Like make me understand. People on there talking about they gonna lose money. I think they gonna lose more money doing this. What makes it bad is social media. When social media get a hold of something, they gonna tear it up. They gonna talk about it. They gonna, you know what I mean? They gonna be on there smoking. They gonna be on there drinking. I mean, they gonna hype it up. And once it becomes popular in a certain way, yeah, they all gonna want to go. They all gonna want to go. Even the bad ones gonna want to go. I mean, that's just how it go. But it's like, for what? Like, what are y'all doing? Like, what is this? I never could understand when a woman dance in front of a mirror or on the floor by herself like that. Like, what for? What you doing? What you getting out of that? Like, I'm for real. Like, what is that doing for you? Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, I had to put the little emoji on it. The girl pulled up her whole dress. I mean, imagine somebody sitting, whoever was sitting there. Imagine if it was a couple sitting there. I bet that she probably was looking like, don't you look over there. Don't you look over there. I guarantee it. She was looking like, you better not look over there. Guarantee it. Like, that's weird to me. And he's gonna keep doing it. Like, I'm just saying,
Not on my watch. We are not doing this no more.
like, where did the home training go? Like, I remember you used to go out the door and you had rules. You know what I mean? You had rules. I think you still got some kind of rules. You ain't got no rules somewhere. Just out there, just don't care. Even being loud. Even being a loud person. You know what I mean? Like, I know me growing up, my mama did not play that. You wasn't about to be loud. You know, you gonna come in, you gonna speak to everybody. Like, you're not allowed being a certain way. Now we got the new kind of parents. We got the new kind of mothers. A lot of people ain't got fathers. And this is what you get. This is what you get. A boat full of people that's like this. I don't get it. I don't get it. And it's like, for what? I heard they had a Netflix documentary, and I heard like I heard it was horrible. I could not imagine being on a cruise and stuck. Toilet's not working, and they got the nerve to give them unlimited liquor. Like, you imagine going through tragedy, you can give me unlimited liquor? Like, come on now. For what? Like, I mean, if the toilets ain't working, things is going bad. What is liquor gonna do? Like, please tell me what's that gonna do? If somebody please let me know. Like, what is how is that gonna help anything? Like, not one bit. Not one bit. And they should have already had a teen curfew. How you don't have a teen curfew? As if they grown. They not grown. Like, I'm just like, and this don't sound crazy to me. But it says guests under 18. You shouldn't even be around the ship after 1 o'clock. It's like your kids just roam the ship after 1 o'clock. There's no way. With all the stranger dangers, my kid wouldn't be rolling around no ship at after 1 o'clock. Like, that's weird to me. How? That's why the police officer was in Indianapolis talking about some get your kids. He was like, we are not the parents. I understand why he's saying that now. These parents need to get their kids. And as they should. And then the age policy, like, you telling me solo cruisers. So they have solo cruisers that was 18, 19 years old? Are you telling me that they used to be moving around on a cruise at 18? That's nuts if that's what that is. And why? Talking about solo cruisers must be 21 or sell with somebody 25. Could you imagine? That don't even sound right. So y'all would who is the marketing team for Carnival? Because you telling me that you would have, and I'm not saying they did if they didn't, but you telling me that that you was allowing for two 18-year-old people to be cruising like it's the spring break? Like, what y'all think was gonna happen after that? Like, I mean, what is to come out of that? There's nothing good that come out of that. Even two 19-year-olds, like, I mean, you got spring break in on the water. That's all you got, a spring break on the water. Ghetto spring break on the water. Now we gotta do a lot of fans to do a fan ban. Like we gotta do a lot of fans to do a fan ban. That's nuts to me. Like for real, like how? It says folding clack. It says that is funny to me. They put folding clack fans are no longer allowed in the nightclubs, indoor clubs, or safety reasons. Battery powered fans are still allowed. Look, I guess they said y'all can have them menopause fans. Y'all not getting no other ones. The church fans, y'all took church fans and made them mad. That's horrible. Says pool chair rule. They must have been fighting over these pool chairs. Leaving your chair unattended for over 40 minutes. The crew may remove your belongings. And that's some cocky stuff to sit there and leave all your stuff. To leave all your stuff sitting in a chair, knowing that there are thousands of people on that boat. And you telling me that you thought that your place would be safe if you left all your belongings? That's just ghetto. That's ghetto. Like that's weird. And for real, it should be if you leave it for 20 minutes. You should have 20 minutes. I'm sorry. They got service on the deck. I mean, that's how I would make it. Why would you be gone for 40 minutes in the chair and expect somebody to hold your chair? Are you serious? I know you lying. I know you lying. And then behavior consequences. What is it? Disruptive guests can be removed without a refund and may be fined up to $5,000. It should be more than that. I feel like it almost costs $5,000 to get you off the ship. Like you telling me if you got to escort somebody off the ship or if you got to hold them until you get to your next dock, it's only $5,000. It need to be more than that. I'm sorry, it need to be way more than that. Boarding requirements. Checking online by midnight before sailing. You telling me you got people like checking on right when they about to, but they in line, they on their phone checking. I know you lying. I know that that's not what they're saying. Are they saying that people are in line checking in while they're like while they in line? I hope that's not what they mean. If they do, that's stupid. We got to do better. We got to do better. That's weird. Why don't we waiting for the last minute to do things? I can never understand that. For what? What reason? Like I will. You can never make me understand that part. Make me understand that part of it. Like real talk. And make me understand it. Like I don't even get that. And for what? What is the purpose of that? Make me understand how and why. Like I don't get it. I tell you what. I feel like if anything, it's probably going to make them a little bit more popular. People are still going to want to go on them cruises. I'm telling you right now, Royal Caribbean probably went up on. I mean, Royal Caribbean probably went up on their price. They probably went up on their price on purpose. They was like, let's go on and go up. Cause damn, I wouldn't be bothered with that. I know if I was the marketing director for Royal or Virgin or whatever else they got out there, oh yeah, we going up on our prices. We're gonna have to. We going because if you don't, then like, what are you gonna do? If you don't go up on your prices, like, I mean, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? I'm just saying, you got to. If not, you're gonna be in trouble. Period. There ain't nothing you're gonna be able to do about that. At all. I don't see what you'll be able to do with that.
It was such a valuable lesson for me because what I learned is that,
look, let's talk about this matchmaking thing. This matchmaking thing is big right now. It's all over social media. People want to go to these events. Ain't no men showing up. Just a lot of women. I don't think they understand. I don't think that's a man's thing. A man is not about to call his friend and be like, you want to go to the matchmaking event? Like, that is not something that I think most men are going to try to do. That's a woman thing. It's like a lot of events. A lot of times you go out, you kicking it, you partying, like you gonna run into a lot of women. Men don't do stuff that I mean, men are not like that. Men don't like to be around a whole bunch of men. Not, I mean, they don't. Maybe a sports event or something like that, but just to be around a whole bunch of drunk people, nah, they're not doing that. That's not a man trait. That's just something they don't do. So this is the matchmaker. I put this on one of my videos, and she was saying that she actually gave up matchmaking because she said it was too hard. Y'all was giving her problems. I'm talking about the women. And she said that y'all was just really, really, really unrealistic. Like, y'all wanted Superman and Batman mixed up. And she said that there was no way for her to do that. So she quit, to say the least.
the average woman doesn't really want just a good man. She doesn't want a husband. What she's really wanting are these standards or ideas that she has of what a man is supposed to be. But this is nothing what men are. This is not realistic for who men are, how they think, what they value. It's just this preconceived, idea that women have of who men should be. But this is not reality.
And it's not. You know what I mean? I think if more women was a little bit more logical, they would understand men are not like women. They just not. It's difference. There's a difference. It's nowhere near the same. And this is why fathers are important. You know what I mean? You got to have fathers in your life to understand something like that. You got to.
Came along. Let's say y'all both make $500K a year. He's making $70K. He got a business plan. He got a vision. He's working towards that day in and day out. And you would have to look up at him on all the intangible. Does he get a chance?
No. I would rather be single. This is the thing.
Wow.
Let me tell you why. I have gotten to a certain point because I've built to a certain point. I am disciplined in everything. I'm disciplined in relationship with God, in my emotions, in my mentality, in my energy, in my body, and how I eat. I am very disciplined. And so I would expect that a man is the same thing. Because when you're disciplined, whatever you do the most is what compounds in your life. Why would I not give a shot to a person that makes $70,000 a year? I could put you on. Hell, I could even hire you. Come on, let's work together. We could do all of that. But as far as my man, because this is the thing, I refuse to give into a life where I start to feel like I can't have it all.
That's where the insatiableness and the gluttony, because if you already have it all, why do you need a man to give you more? Like, that's the part of the conversation that I just cannot fully understand.
It may be
not love that they want.
Maybe
it's not.
Let me finish.
Why does money have to be null and void of love?
I think it's because y'all keep going to money. Like, y'all don't really chime on like the other intangibles as much. It's mostly about
because
the
for
money.
me, it's not other tangibles. It's whole. It's all of it. If you're missing one, you can't rank one out on the scale of 1 to 10. In my lifestyle, in people that I know, I don't really know any people that make $70,000
Well, I
a
know.
year.
Like, what about a high school teacher who loves the kids in his community, who's not on that money shit? He wants to serve.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people that I am around on a daily basis, the people that I call on my phone. It's different. So I will say my vantage point for what success looks like monetarily speaking is exponentially different than most people. I understand that. And I'm not here to wrong or shame the person that makes 70,000, because the truth is every single person deserves love. But like Tasia said, that's not going to happen with me, because I live in a space where I want to follow the leadership of my man. I want my man to make the decisions inside of my household.
So you telling me you couldn't phone nobody that made 70,000? Get out of here.
It's not about a dollar amount. It's not,
It is, though.
No,
because
it's
he
not.
can lead in other ways.
No,
and with finances,
you've got
even if
to
you make
lead
more.
the household. You can, look, money doesn't buy you happiness, but it buys you options.
Exactly.
This is the question. The question I want to ask in fairness.
That's sad.
These people just got money.
Hold on.
They don't even, the people who think they got money don't even have no bread.
Let me ask you the
question.
I disagree with you because I know the people.
Recently,
You know what cracks me up with this is how she like, I don't even know those people. Like, people in my circle, people I talk to, but do those people want you? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, she's cute, but the point that she's saying, it's not about the money. I need leadership. You telling me that a man couldn't lead you if he made $70,000? You telling me that there's a price that comes with leadership? Like, come on now, like that's wild. Like I was saying, I did this video the other day about the speed dating matchmaking situation where 800 women showed up and no men showed up, and they paid like $3,000 to go to this event.
a highly anticipated matchmaking event was held in Wuhan, and the scene was breathtaking, but the outcome was extremely disappointing. The event attracted about 800 women, and shockingly, not a single man showed up. Despite being held in a luxurious hotel, with an exquisitely decorated venue, and even offering attractive gifts to attendees, the entry fee alone was 3,800 yuan. However, for these women attending the event, none of these carefully arranged details seemed to achieve the expected results. Each woman dressed to impress, trying to present her best self. They wore high-end clothes, had meticulous makeup, and were ready to meet a potential rich and handsome man. However, after the event started, all they were met with was an empty venue, with no men in sight. The women attending the event mostly had very high expectations and standards. For example, a 35-year-old woman working in finance, earning 6,000 yuan a month, hoped to find a man earning 1 million yuan annually, owning a luxury car and a villa. A 36-year-old female English teacher sought a partner from Tsinghua or Peking University, with a height of 1.8 meters and a distinguished academic background. And a 38-year-old female entrepreneur expected to find a man earning 600,000 yuan a year, who was caring and romantic, responsible for household expenses, and would take her on at least 3 vacations a year. Their requirements were not only high but almost unreasonable. They presented themselves as expensive commodities, as if attending an auction rather than seeking true love. They hoped to exchange external appearances and money for a bond of the heart, yet failed to recognize that marriage is not a transaction, and love is not a business deal. In this materialistic society, perhaps money can buy a car, a house, or even an illusory sense of happiness, but it cannot buy true affection. These women viewed marriage as a game to gain material benefits, believing that showcasing their external conditions would easily lead them to find the ideal man. The 3,800 yuan entry fee seemed more like the price they paid for their fantasies of a rich, handsome man. This high-end matchmaking event in Wuhan was less about finding a life partner and more about a collective display of these women's achievements. These women seemed to live in their own fantasies. They might see themselves as noble swans, but they forgot that no man would be willing to pay for a woman who only values material things. Their conditions and expectations caused the men to flee. In the end, the matchmaking event was left with nothing but disappointment and emptiness. This failure exposed not only the huge disparity in the standards men and women have for choosing a partner, but also revealed the distortion of certain values in modern society. In this matchmaking event, the true meaning of love and marriage seemed to be overshadowed by these overly materialistic conditions and expectations.
The capital's manipulation and exploitation of women has become increasingly apparent in recent years, and it is now reaching its extreme. Recently, at a matchmaking event held in Wuhan, a 30-year-old professional dancer, whose weight was not disclosed, attracted widespread attention. She boldly declared on stage that her ideal partner must be a government employee with an annual salary of 200,000 yuan, or a non-government employee with an annual income of 300,000 yuan, and must be at least 1.8 meters tall. These standards, no matter how you look at them, seem less like criteria for a marriage match and more like a wish list. In response, the matchmaker hurriedly stated that someone earning 300,000 yuan a year would probably not choose to attend a matchmaking event. This remark sparked many online comments, with some joking that someone as beautiful as her should at least be looking for a man with a yearly salary of 1.8 million yuan. This statement, somewhat sarcastic in nature, clearly indicates that her demands are absurd and unrealistic, even to the point of being detached from reality. Following this, someone raised the question, do these women really not realize how unrealistic these standards are? Back in the 1980s, American capitalists faced a major issue: the consumption willingness of ordinary people had decreased. People no longer wanted to spend money as they did before and instead preferred to save. This posed a huge challenge for capitalists, as if people did not consume, how could capitalists make money? Thus, they devised a clever solution: change people's mindsets to encourage consumption. The media and television in the United States began heavily promoting consumerism, especially targeting women. For example, they spread messages like women should buy designer bags to invest in themselves, or there's no ugly woman, only women who don't know how to apply makeup. The essence of these promotions was to flatter and kill women, subtly guiding them to consume, thereby generating more profits for capital. This promotion of consumerism didn't just work in the US, it was replicated and upgraded in China. Through the creation of holidays and specific occasions, when women buy more products, capital receives more funds, which in turn allows for more media and advertising promotions, thus forming a perfect closed loop. What has made this process successful in China is its unique market environment. Taking marriage as an example, the supply-demand relationship between men and women directly determines who holds the initiative in the market. The number of men in China exceeds the number of women by about 30 million, which fundamentally means that many men must work hard to please women in order to have the right to choose a partner. Meanwhile, under the influence of capital's manipulation, women have grown increasingly confident. Some even believe they are very attractive and that there are always plenty of suitors, and they can always find a better partner. However, they often fail to realize that their sense of superiority is the result of capital's manipulation. China.
Same thing they do here. Like the same thing they do here. Especially a lot of American women, especially black women, we are the biggest consumers when it comes to different things like that. And that's what a lot of the governments push on women. That's why women get all this stuff and then they expect men to fund it. Like they do. They get the cars, they get the clothes, the bags, the apartments, the houses, whatever they get. They're looking for men to fund it, and a lot of them can't even fund it themselves. That's why a lot of times when it comes to, especially a lot of black women, we're in debt like crazy because this is what we do. We fall for it. And look at China. China, and think about it. That's one of the places where they were matchmake you with somebody's son or somebody's daughter, and they said that ain't even going on right now. They said they are so delusional to where they can't even matchmake. Imagine that's their culture, and you telling me that they can't even matchmake the grown kids no more. That's sad. From consumerism, like think about it, that's terrible. You cannot go to sleep with a Louis bag, ma'am. You can't. You cannot have a family with a Gucci bag. But it's the same thing. Think about the 800 women show up. Men don't go to things like that. That's not something. That's why all these different single things they're trying to get together. You're not going to see men. You're not. Not like that. You might have 300 women. You're going to have about 15 men. And all the women going to want the same too. So I don't think people realize that like it's really jacked up. Like it's messed up. And I'm pretty sure it's probably like that in the UK too. But it's just like, that's deep. The demands that the women are asking for. There's a how you gonna ask for that? I was talking to a young lady, and she was saying, well, I'll take care of my kids. The man don't have to take care of my kids. I was like, if you get with a man and y'all get a house, y'all get an apartment, wherever y'all do, unless he's just a terrible person, like, I mean, your kids are gonna cost. There's no way that there's no way that you can just police your kids without your spouse. So I don't know why women keep saying that. Like, so if he wants to go to the movies, he's just gonna pay for himself and you. He's not gonna pay for like, yeah, like kids cost. So I get it when men say that they don't want to talk to women that have other kids, because it's going to cost him. It's going to cost him. I don't care what nobody say. And women get mad, and women get so mad when you say that. It's like, how do you get mad at that? But you don't mind when other women say they don't want to talk to men who are not 6 feet or more. Like, but you get mad if a man say he don't want to talk to women with kids. That's your right. Just the same way if a man said he don't want to talk to women with weave, I mean, that's his right. But like, where is his rights at when it comes to things? Like, I don't understand. I really don't. Did y'all see that Corinne Steffins thing with Piers Morgan? I'm about to play this because this is wild to me.
Elizabeth, thank you very much indeed for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
A lot of people are kind of aware of your history with Diddy, but for those who know nothing about it, how would you categorize?
For y'all who do not know who this is Corinne Steffins, aka Superhead. And this interview was nuts to me. Just listen to what she talks about.
Your time with him.
She's talking about Diddy.
My time with Sean was honestly pleasant in the beginning. To my recollection, the first time we met, we spent the night together, but he was a consummate gentleman with me in that evening, again, to my recollection. And every other time I saw him after that was in a group setting, so it was fine. The last time I saw him, however, things had taken a bit of a turn. It was after Confessions of a Video Vixen, my first book had been published, and he was seething when he saw me at Prince had a party at his house, and we were there, of course, before Prince died. And he was scowling at me the whole night, and I found it amusing. But he was obviously very angry with me by that point in our relationship.
Why was he so angry with you?
Well, 4 months before Confessions was published in 2005, we got a call from Sean's attorney, my attorney did, and Sean's attorney wanted to see the book before the book came out. Confessions of a Video Vixen was an embargoed book, so no one could see it. No one would even get it until the publication date, which is June 5th of that year. And so my attorney told his attorney that he could not get the book and that they would have to wait until the book came out like everyone else. And if they saw a problem in the book, that they were free to reach back out to us, sue us, whatever they felt was necessary. We knew that wouldn't happen because HarperCollins is the publisher of that book, as you know, is a News Corp entity, and those attorneys made sure it was vetted to the fullest, so Sean could never sue, he could never raise any objection to it. And I think he always hated me after that because I left enough. I posed questions in that book that that I think sent certain people down the direction that leads us to where we are now.
Just explain that a little more. What were the questions you think that you're talking about?
Well, honestly, I'm just now getting context on a lot of the questions that I had then after the trial. The trial gave me way more context. But just about, I think, his sexual proclivities and what we saw in hanging out with him, the kind of clubs he took us to, even conversations he and I had, one in particular where I didn't understand it at the time. And honestly, Piers, I'm getting new understanding about this line of questioning. I wrote about this in Confessions where my boyfriend and I at the time had gone to his home for New Year's Eve, Christmas, New Year's Eve kind of festivities. And he pulled me to the side and was just like, we're friends, right? We're friends. And I was like, yeah, we're friends. And like, we're good. And I'm like, yeah, we're good. And I couldn't figure out what he meant. And I wrote about this where I didn't know what he was talking about. And he just kind of went on to say, I have kids, I have a mom, and if anything got out, it would really hurt them. And I honestly, at that point in stage, did not know or remember what he was talking about. And so we just kind of laughed it off. Like, what's going on with him? And things like he said to my boyfriend, like, don't trust her. She might have her on video with, in precarious positions. And this is back before cell phone cameras. So I was just like, what video? I didn't understand any of it. Now after the trial and the things that have come out from the trial, this gives these conversations a lot more context. But at the time when Confessions came out, it did make us all wonder, what was he so afraid of? I didn't even know what I had seen or didn't see, or if there's something happened that I didn't remember from our time together. But he was very afraid that I would say something in the book. And honestly, I think he never contacted us back because what he thought I was going to say, I did not say. Possibly because I didn't remember it.
What do you think he was fearful of you saying?
What you think?
I have to be honest, Piers, in booking this time with you today, and your producer asked me to kind of send over some pages from the book, I hadn't read Confessions since I wrote it. And I read it for the audio version, and that was 2005. It's been 20 years since I've read this book. And in reading what I sent over, which is what I just described to you right now, I wonder a lot of things. He was so afraid that I knew something. And I was confused because the only time that we had together prior to this conversation was alone time at his home, wherein I felt we had a good time. I didn't know, he didn't come on to me. It was very platonic, I thought. So I was confused as to what was it? And so I have to admit, my mind kind of races now that I have more context of his proclivities and what he's capable of what he was so afraid of, what he thought I knew or what he thought I remembered.
I mean, in the book, you talk about the first time you met Diddy in a nightclub at 3 a.m. You said, right there in front of me, Diddy and Gotti, who was the Murder Inc. Records boss, Irv Gotti, made arrangements to send me to Diddy's house in 1 hour. It was 4 a.m. I turned up to Diddy's home in my SUV. There were security guards in the driveway, all dressed in dark suits with their hands in front of them. They had been expecting me. The things that went on when Gotti and I were together are almost unimaginable to me now. But in the haze of drugs and liquor, it all seemed all right. I was being used over and over again, man after man, all friends and acquaintances of Gotti's. I quickly became Gotti's showpiece. He would turn other people in the industry onto me. I was his party favour. Whenever there was anyone Gotti wanted to impress, he would send them to me and I'd take care of them. I mean, could it be that what Sean Combs was worried about was that he facilitated this very transactional relationship that you had with Irv Gotti? Is that part of this?
I don't think that was it. And honestly, I think it was more insidious than that. The fear, the fright that he had during that conversation at his Miami home, back in whatever year that was, he seemed terrified that I had known something. And I just don't know what he thought I knew or remembered.
Why are you acting so clueless like you wasn't writing a tell-all book? Of course, any celebrity gonna ask, are y'all good?
The transactional nature of how we met, and which is why, I said in various interviews before that I was gifted to him, it was because no one asked me if I wanted to go. No one asked me, they talked about me as if I wasn't there. I was property to cart around. And that's what they did. If they would have asked me, I still would have gone. So I didn't hold any objection at the time because I would have still done it. Being 21 and it's Diddy and we're having fun and it's just a Saturday night out in LA.
Did you actually ever have any kind of sexual relationship at all then?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Did you actually have any kind of sexual relationship with Diddy at all?
She heard that.
No, Diddy and I did not. No, well, not to my knowledge.
So what do you mean by that?
Not to my knowledge. I don't. Honestly, I'm questioning a lot of things right now.
What you think?
So not to my knowledge. No, I don't think anything right now. Just not to my knowledge because honestly.
That's a very strange response though, to not remember whether you did or not.
Yeah, isn't it? It is.
Basket case.
Yeah, it is. Because honestly, Piers, before I went through my text, I hadn't read Confessions in 20 years. I wrote it. It was painful to write. So I never wanted to re-traumatize myself and go through those years again. And think about this. I'm a middle-aged woman at this point. I don't want to go back into my 20s and see what happened. But in gathering information for this interview here, reading that passage again for the first time in 20 years, I questioned a lot of things like, well, why was he so afraid? And why did he try to, make my boyfriend feel as if I wasn't trustworthy? And
do you think he took advantage of you when you were under the influence of alcohol and drugs?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
But you fear that's the case now from everything you've read?
Honestly, yes. Given the context, now that I know, because again, I never knew any of these things about him before. So the things that I learned in the trial, I did not know. I never saw that side of him. I did not know. I never understood. And again, in 2005, when I published Confessions, it says I didn't understand why he was so fearful of me because our time together was pleasant. And I was like, wait, what is he so afraid of? What does he not want me to tell? I didn't see anything at that point. At that point, I hadn't seen anything. At that point, we had, I thought, just a friendly, platonic night together. So I was confused then. And 20 years later, I'm confused now. So to my knowledge, I've never had sex with Sean Combs. We never had that kind of relationship.
To her knowledge.
But you can't be sure.
Given what we know now, I can't be sure.
And how does that make you feel?
And that saddens me.
Yeah, I was going to ask you.
It saddens me, honestly. Yeah, because honestly, during this entire process, I've been shying away from publicity and just letting the trial unfold. I knew things from just being around and people talking, but I didn't know what was going to come out. There's a few things that I saw that without context were strange to me, but I didn't understand them until the trial. And
this is wild.
So I've been quiet this whole time. And I disappeared off of social. I just disappeared for the past year waiting for this thing to unfold.
Here we go.
In the unfolding of what I believe to be facts, and definitely the testimonies of Cassie and Jane and even some of the men, And then looking back at the text, I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, when he said, if anything got out, and I'm like, and I remember at the time being so confused, like anything like what got out? Like nothing happened. We hung out, you were kind.
So you know what she's trying to say. She's trying to say she ain't got no recollection. She's trying to say she was out of it, and he's saying like if anything got out, like why are you doing that? Like that's weird. And your name was Superhead, and you got sent by people in the middle of the night in dirty taxis. I mean, what did you think you was about to go do at 4:30? Like this is wild.
At some point I went to sleep. I don't know when, but I woke up and then we had breakfast and you were kind and I left. Nothing happened.
See?
I don't know, Pierce. I feel, and just in the last 24 hours, I question what I thought I knew about my time with him.
You detailed in your books romantic relationships with a lot of famous people from that world: Jay-Z, DMX, Van Diesel, Lil Wayne, Method Man, even Bill Maher, LL Cool J, Mr. Carl, and others. You had a lot of famous guys you dated. And who knows what the nature of what happened with Diddy was about. But do you feel that this whole world has now changed irrevocably as a result of what happened to Diddy?
No, because nothing has happened to Diddy. Nothing has happened to Sean at all. What has happened here is that, here's the deal. It's not a Diddy issue. Like Diddy is a problem, but he's not the problem, okay? He's not the problem. From Cosby to Combs, Weinstein to Epstein, and everything in between, they're all different tentacles of the same beast. And this is a story as old as time. The abuses of men, men in power especially, men with money. And I think it only increases over time as women become more free and more liberated, being able to make our own money, being able to, buy our own.
Who's stopping women from making money? Like, who's stopping women from being liberated? What does that have to do with the question? Like, you were, for real, like a video vixen, corn star, and you telling me you wrote a book bragging about all the stuff you did, and now you don't want to say if you did something with him or not. Like, that's wild. I don't care what nobody say. Not a fan of Diddy, not a fan of too many celebrities. But at the same time, he wasn't on trial for that. What he was on trial for was racketeering and stuff. And I didn't see where the evidence was for that. So, of course, like, they don't have a case when it comes to that. And it sounds like she's trying to make one.
Homes, being able to start our own businesses, I think it only enrages the men who hold power that they're losing power. And so I felt that over time, in my experience over the last 20-something years that I've been in this town, that the men are increasingly more aggressive and more so wanting to keep women under control and in power because they are losing power, even legally so. I don't think that the Diddy trial has changed anything other than it probably fuels this issue more than anything, because here's the deal. Two of the toughest charges have been dropped. He's facing up to 20 with time served. Yeah, he's denied bail, but how much time is he really going to get? Probably maybe 3 years, might be out on probation, might have to wear an ankle bracelet like Martha Stewart, and everything's going to be fine. And then what happens is that no one's paying attention to the fact that there are a lot of men who aren't saying anything, who are very quiet, as well as men especially, and women who are supporting him. And I fear, even with everything that we've heard, let's say none of that was true. We saw something, however, that tells us something about this person. We saw a videotape of him brutalizing Cassie, and that tells me everything I need to know about this person's character. So even if nothing else was true, that alone is enough reason for him to be canceled indefinitely. But I fear that's not what's going to happen. I think this is just emboldening more men to do the same thing, because guess what they're going to do? They're going to get away with it. There are men in this industry who have left this country, who are now living on islands and in different countries, to escape persecution from things like this. There are men that I know personally who are involved in this, who have done things similar to this, who have parties like this. Diddy's not the only one. This is not a Sean Combs problem. This is a societal community issue here in this town.
That's a human problem. And you don't have to go to his parties. I know if I knew Diddy, I wouldn't show up at his party. I know what they're about. So why are we acting like, why would you even go around him? I mean, there was no secret of who he was. So when we hear her say stuff like this, when she say, like, are you saying that men are jealous of women? Like, where are women getting this from? Why men are jealous of them like that? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And you're talking about the industry. You're the industry. You're the industry. People was buying all kind of stuff from you, if you know what I mean. So wouldn't you be the problem too? Wouldn't you be the problem too? And you really sitting here talking about you just seeing everything he did. That's That's what we need to know about him. Well, we have heard and seen your books, and we know what you do. Like, so does the energy get spread your way too? It should. It shouldn't just get spread his way. It should get spread against your way too, because you're the problem too. You're the problem too. I'm sorry. And that's why they didn't have a case, because Cassie went along and did the stuff that he was doing. He wasn't on trial for the soccer stuff and the the WrestleMania in that hotel. That's not what he was on trial for. Was it wrong? Of course, but that wasn't what he was on trial for. So when I hear people say, "Oh, he's going to get off and this and that," he wasn't on trial for that. I mean, if we're going by the law, like, that's not what he was on trial for. So when it comes to that, like, yeah, if he was to go down for that, yeah, Cassie probably should go down with him too. That doesn't make any sense. And then for her to say, from what she can remember, like, what's next? Is she trying to put a case on me? Like, that's wild. Look, men, y'all better start wearing cameras on y'all shirt when y'all going on these dates, because I mean, just like the cops, the little camera right there on your chest, because this is what's gonna start happening. And there's never nothing that's gonna be done to women who falsely accuse men of different things. It just never is. I mean, career is gonna be lost and all kind of different things, and nothing ever happens to the women. And I think that's messed up. There should be a law for that. And I'm not talking about Diddy. I'm just talking about how anybody, think about it. If you famous, like, you get caught up with the wrong chick, she can literally just ruin you off of a lie. Before you even go to court, you're done. You're cooked. I mean, where is the justice at when it comes to that? You got a whole former corn star on Pierce Morgan. You see how he just read off a whole list of men that she messed with. And you talking about you don't know why Diddy was concerned about your book? But you wrote a tell-all book. What did you think that he was gonna be? And this was back then. So you telling me you don't know why somebody that definitely you didn't see him probably hanging off monkey bars and everything else. You don't know? Like what? You don't know? That don't even make sense. And now you hear her saying, now what I know now, I mean, it makes sense now. Like, is she about to bring a case against this man? I mean, make it make sense. And I don't condone anybody. Like, I don't condone anybody bringing any kind of violence to anybody, right? That's not what I'm saying. But for her to sit here, when he asked her, what do you mean? And then she was talking about how all the men are aggressive. Women are aggressive. Why do women think that they're not aggressive? Only reason why we don't know how aggressive women really are is because guys, they don't take stuff to trial. They don't call the police on y'all. They don't. Y'all will call the police. Y'all will call the police to somebody super fast. Men don't feel like doing that. That's not their nature. So it's not that y'all are not violent. Y'all violent. It's just that y'all, the men just don't tell y'all. So when I see something like this, like, yeah, it's not about being a girl's girl. Like, this is wrong. He clearly asked you if you mess with that man and you said, well, I don't know. I can't remember. What do you mean? And this is what we do in society. This is what we do. We pump stuff up. I don't. But this we do. How many careers have been lost from women just saying something happened to them? Like, why are you even on video shoots? Why are you even in those situations? Why are you even putting yourself around that? I remember when she put Columbus Short out in the hallway. Do y'all remember that? I'm just saying, like, this lady is crazy. And I'm glad that Pierce read her. She needed to be read. Like, you're not an angel, baby, at all. And we got to start calling this out. Like, this is nuts to me. You telling me a man took you to a Diddy party. And what? How is that your boyfriend? Like, for real. Like, I mean, think about it. And people are so angry about this Diddy trial. Like, get your emotions out of it. When it comes to law, he's not on trial. He's not on trial for the hotel incidents in the hallway. That's not what he's on trial for. And it's past the statute of limitations. So what would you like to be done? I some people really take things so personally, and they kind of just forget about everything else. You know what I mean? I mean, it is what it is. It really is. Cassie got her money. I don't even know how they was able to take it to court. Even from the time the trial started, I just didn't understand where was the case at. I didn't. I was just trying to. I'm just talking about the facts in the case. Like, I could not understand where's the case at. like where? Like, it didn't make any sense. And then you got her coming up here talking about from what she can remember. You telling me that Irv Gotti, rest his soul, sent you over to Diddy's house? She called. She actually said that she felt like she was gift to get to Diddy. So, like, what are you like? Are you about to? Is this about to be some type of extortion type situation? Because it's giving sketch all over the place. I get it. It doesn't make sense. Like, why? Like, this is that. Yeah, I am not one of them girls that just get on the side of a woman because I'm a woman. No, I'm sorry. I have a brother. I have a father. Like, that's not how that's going to go. Yeah, you probably wanted to go. But now you're talking about you don't have no recollection. Like, come on now. Like, this is sad. And this is what we go on. This is what happens. If somebody want to bring a case before, even if it doesn't make any sense, look at that baseball player. He lost $60 million. $60 million. And to find out she was lying. And the judge ordered her to pay what, 300,000 to 60 million. Like, I'm sorry, that is too big of a difference. Like, no, there's no way. And then what can happen? What's supposed to happen after that? After you mess up a man's life, where do you go from there? Where do you go from there? Like, I don't think people understand that. And now you're gonna sit there and act like you don't know what's going on with your past. You're gonna tell them, "Oh, I'm in my 40s now." Your past is your past. I'm sorry. Nobody erase. You don't get to erase your past. Like, this isn't a Marvel movie. Like, and we gotta make these women understand. Whatever you do, I mean, people are gonna know about it. You will always be Superhead. You will. She got videos and all kind of stuff. So you will never be able to outrace that. I mean, you not, and that's why with Glorilla, Cardi B, and all that type of stuff, they are literally making the most cruddiest thing that women do. Even how they sexualize themselves all over videos and social media, they're making it seem like it's so glamorous. Have y'all heard that new Cardi B song? I mean, it's like they literally don't like men. Like, it's sad. It is. It's sad. Them lyrics are diabolical. They are. And we sit there, and I don't, but I'm just saying, like, and she's looked at as like, wow, I want to be her to a lot of young ladies. And they don't realize Cardi B is rich. So y'all don't live her life. And we got regular women that will compare herself to Glorilla, Cardi B, and really think that they are them inside their head. And it's strange. Because in reality, you will never be able to do the same thing that men get to do. It doesn't happen like that. You're not going to be able to do it. You're going to be looked at different, and they're never going to forget that. I'm sorry. It ain't the same. A woman is not bringing a different man to a barbecue every couple months like a man can do. Like, that's not going to happen. Like, so it is what it is. So all that liberation, and why do you keep saying we're free and we're liberated? Like, when was we ever just not free? Like, people ain't even born there. The ones that saying it, like, they keep saying we can be liberated now, we're free. To do what? To be 304s? Is that that's what he's marching for? I mean, make it make sense. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. Please make me understand that. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. You can't make me understand that. Like, all this sexual freedom to do what? What are you gonna do with it? You gotta have babies that y'all don't want. And I say this all the time. A lot of women like babies. They don't like them when they're kids. They don't. I see it every day. I see it every day. Like, This is what we're doing right here. Just this right here. Like, this is wild to me. And then you got women be cheering them on. The women be cheering them on. they cheer them on. They're the biggest cheerleaders. Like, what is this? Could you imagine going on a cruise? You imagine going on a cruise and they done turned into BB's rib shack? Like, no. Like, and all the black women, I had to put emoji there because she started bending over, she lifts her dress up. I mean, imagine somebody sitting there eating. You see the lady, like the lady just put her hand over her face, like she probably couldn't believe it. Like, why y'all gotta crunk up the ship? like seriously, like I don't get it. Like, yeah, exactly, Frank. Frank said, I feel sad for the future adults. I feel so sad for the future adults. Think about it. We live in a bonnet and Crocs type of situation. We honestly do. Like, and it ain't sexy. Ain't nothing cute about that. Ain't nothing cute about that. Like, and it's really sad because, believe it or not, we got more women that are rooting for the sexy reds and the Glorillas and just the craziness of social media right now. Like, I got more people calling me Pick Misha. I think that's my middle name right now. And it's like, for what? Because I don't believe in certain things. Like, come on now. You're right. What are your kids going? It's gonna be a pipeline to poverty. That's what's gonna happen. Black women are the biggest consumers when it comes to buying stuff, when it comes to buying things that we shouldn't have. That's what we do. I'm not saying all black women, but most black women, they just buy a lot of things, and that's, the government knows that and they love that. You don't see women who are married, they don't just be buying all kind of things. They do. Most of them can't even afford this cruise and they still on this cruise, spending up their money. For what? Like, I mean, I couldn't even imagine. And then they get mad. Like, why are y'all mad that don't nobody want to turn the ship into the Freaknik? like, like that. You imagine being on that cruise with your kids?
Not on my watch. We are not doing this no more. We've had enough. So, if you haven't heard, recently Carnival Cruise has updated their policies, rules, and regulations on their current and future trips. So, let's start off hot. That drinking package, the all you can drink, yeah, gonna get rid of that. Sneaking that liquor in that wine bottle or that Listerine bottle, yeah, cut that out because they checking anything and everything that's a liquid coming on board. They open it up, they making you open it on the spot. No more sneaking no more. No more all you can drinks. They getting tired of it. That little speaker that you was planning on bringing, yeah, don't. They taking any and every speaker that they find. They confiscating it. You're going to get it back after the cruise. But in the meantime, while you on there will be no outside music other than theirs. Playing rap in the club, it's out of there. They're not doing that no more, all right? They said we causing too much problems. But honestly, I don't really think it's the rap music. I think it's the liquor and the rap music because I've done all I needed to explain. Thinking you about to fight on that cruise ship and head back to your room like nothing happened? Yeah, pack it up. You're getting left at the next port, buddy, old pal. All right? They're not going for that no more. No more fighting. They leave you at any port. If you look suspicious, they might just leave you. Carnival Cruise started to sound like TSA because any laptops, electronics, liquids over 3 ounces, take it out of the bag. Don't bring on here. We taking it all. And when you get on this ship, sit down, shut up, and ride to your destination quietly. When we get there, get off. But when it's time to go, get back on and don't say Nathan. Don't ask for Nathan. In all seriousness, I get it. But at the same time, you got these people stuck on the ship. There ain't nothing to do. We're going to be at a destination in 2 days and you expect me not to get blackout drunk? Right. There ain't nothing to do. So, Carnival, if you going to do this, I get it. But at the same time, you got to give and take. Have a board or plan on people. Ask the people what they want. Okay? You can't just take and not give back. Because if y'all keep this up, y'all gonna be looking like the Titanic. That's right. Them sails gonna plummet to the bottom of the ocean. Never to be seen again. Give and take. Give and take.
And look, that's life right there. You see what I'm saying? Like, think about this. Why do you have to get drunk to get blackout drunk? I want people to think about this. You telling me, he just said there's nothing to do on the cruise. You telling me with all the things that they have on that cruise, you telling me that there's nothing? You telling me that there's nothing for you doing that on that ship? You know what it is though? It's any kind of authority. It's any kind of authority. If they got any kind of authority on that ship, they're gonna have pushback, and that's sad. And that's sad. Look, Frank said they did that for our black people. They are over it. Let me tell you something. And it's, you know what's so sad? A lot of times when we go do something, we overdo it. We overdo it. Like the way they was clacking them fans back and forth, and I mean, you know how I feel about that boots on the fan, and even the baby, even that baby going to different clubs and putting that hip out. Like, I'm sorry, that is no flag on the play. Sorry, I'm not with that. Like, there's no reason for that baby to be going around. Why are you going to adult clubs, man? Why can't we act like normal people? We gotta act a fool to have fun. Who needs to all? I didn't even know until all this stuff was going on. I had no idea that they had a never ending drink package. Are you serious? like, like, why? Why would anybody pay for a never unlimited? I heard it went to like 16 drinks. If I'm wrong, put it in the chat. But I heard they can have up to 16 drinks a day. Like, that don't even make, who was their marketing? I want to know, whoever was on marketing, they need to fire them. Like, that is like that is a terrible, terrible way. You gotta think, guys, they had 18-year-olds. You was allowed to go on a cruise. You was allowed to be 18 years old and go on this cruise without nobody. You was allowed to be 18 years old. So just imagine 2 or 3 18-year-olds on that cruise. Like, you're still a baby. And you telling me you're allowed to just go turn up? And I've seen the trash. It was crazy.
Am I in there? In there. Your boy, bow. We're good.
Social media. I'm just, it don't even make no sense. Y'all have really turned this into a what you call them things where people bring their own drinks and stuff. Y'all didn't turn this into a whole set. Like, I'm serious though, right? I'm telling you, like, yes, skinny. Like, that's weird to me. Like, and why? Why y'all this turned up? And what is going on with the clothes? What is going on with the girls and the too small clothes on the too big bodies? I don't understand it. Like, I need that to stop. I'm tired of seeing crop tops on the big girls, and big girls, I love y'all. But I'm sorry that their needs. Back in my day, your aunties and your aunts and everybody, they gonna ask you what's wrong, what you got on. Like, now, look at that. What do you have on? What is that? Like, y'all don't care no more. Like, it wasn't a thing to be proud of something like that. Like, nobody wore things like that, Like, where did that go? Now y'all on the cruise ships in bikinis looking like big toddlers. Like, it is wild to me. And then if you look at them, they look at you like, what you looking at? Like, when did this being like out of control become so comfortable? And I'm a woman, and I can't say I don't meet many women who actually gonna spit it how I spit it. And I've always been like this. And it's just like, I mean, I think I'm just logical. Look, Skinny said, I traveled on Carnival since I was 16, no problems, but now it's different. Oh, yeah, you see that the guy, you said they throwing up signs. Could you imagine you are walking through the halls? I mean, that's why some people, they don't go to clubs now. Like, and you telling me that you just I feel like you almost need to have a vest on. It's like 50 Cent. Like that's weird to me. Oh, yeah. I've been seeing that. Yeah, the mother, the grandma, the aunt, the sister, all in the club turned up. I'm sorry. There's no way. And I'm sorry whoever don't want to hear this. Moms and daughters shouldn't be turning up together. I'm sorry, they shouldn't. They shouldn't. Y'all gonna be chasing the same man. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. Turn up with your daughter. She 18, you 30, you 32. Y'all gonna be dating the same man. Y'all gonna be dating the same man. And that's no problem. That's gonna be, and I've seen it happen. I've seen it, and like I've seen it. There was a TikTok the other day. A lady was talking about her ex-boyfriend now is dating her daughter. I'm just like, I mean, the mom looked crazy. But it's like, what do you expect? You have babies at 14 years old. This is what you get. This is what you get. Look at that. They're just going down and they down there just stanky legging it. Like, why? Matt, even that, y'all on there with the Lulu song, with the, I mean, you telling me, let me tell you something. Could you imagine Maggie or Marge walking out their room and just imagine they walk out, they got their cover up on and their flip flops and stuff. They're not just walking around in their swimsuit. And they walk out to this right here. You telling me that when they walk out to this right here, this was supposed to be normal to them? This looks scary. This looks scary. While women always call men aggressive and all, y'all aggressive with them fans. Like, I just think, like, that's weird to me. Screaming, just why? Like, what? I tell you what, when the GAYS start hitting them fans, like, I feel like women don't realize. Women model GAY men. They do. They don't realize they do. They do with everything. They do it with the makeup, the clothes. They don't realize, like we already women. We already women. Y'all got my fucking up my kids like a big baby. You like a big baby coming out. Like, I don't know. How does somebody get mad on a cruise ship? How do you get like, where is that? Y'all got my fucked up. You think that's okay to walk around balled up fist, being loud as you want to be? Look, Skinny said we would twerk on the Titanic. They would. They twerk anywhere. I'm telling you, I'm looking at it. I keep telling y'all, I'm not going to the airports. Don't let you be in Atlanta or something like that. I've seen terry cloth robes, bonnets, and house slippers all together through the airport. I can't make it up. You ever go through Atlanta's airport, you will find somebody can just be a YouTuber and just go on the Atlanta airport, and their channel probably will blow up. Like, the way they dress at that airport is crazy to me. It is, like, and why? And think about it. She probably done bought little Ray and Tukey with her. She probably bought her kids. That's probably her mama right there in the green. That's probably her mama right there in that green. Walking with her. Can't tell her stop. Can't tell her to be quiet. Can't nobody tell a lot of black women nothing. And that's sad. You say something to them, they get mad at you. They don't talk to you no more. Like, what world do we live in where this is normal? Like, and all this body positivity, I'm sorry, baby. No. Just because you can get it up your legs do not mean it fits. I'm sorry. This is crazy to me. This is why we got 10-year-olds who are busting through with 130 pounds. I seen two twins the other day. They had to be like 130 pounds. 9 years old. Like, how you starting them out? Like how are you starting them out like that? They banned the fans Fantastic Voyage. Look, for real, like, why? Like, what is that getting? Like, you gonna fight in a swimming suit? You fighting in swimwear? Like, where did we make this normal? Why are we normalizing this terrible behavior? Like, for real. Like, this is nuts to me. Yeah, it makes no sense at all to me either, Frank. Like, why? And then and you should see all the videos where the girls are just like, F Carnival, they're racist. Like, no, they're not. They're not. I'm a black woman and I don't like y'all. Like, that's weird to me. Y'all, like, no, y'all can't just turn everything into whatever y'all want to turn it into. That's not how life works. Look at that. Look at what you not walk. I would be scared to walk through that crowd. And look at this. Y'all just gonna crunk. Y'all just gonna have the Olympics in the hallway. Y'all just gonna backflip and y'all gonna be grown, tumbling men.
Wasn't enough? Watch this. Let's run through the list in order. The teen curfew is a big one. Everyone under 18 has to be back in their rooms after 1 a.m. unless you're with your guardian or an adult that's 21 plus.
As they should.
However, if you're 18 to 20, you can no longer travel alone anywhere. You must be with someone 25 plus. So anyone under 21 now must have a 25 plus person with him as well. Now this pool chair rule needs a whole nother look. So let's bring up the screen. If during the day you feel like you want to reserve a chair, you can, but they're going to put a sticker on it that says they stopped by, they haven't seen anyone here, and they're going to put a time on it. And if you don't get to it or check in, they're going to pull your stuff off those chairs. No more reserving sun lounges all day long on Carnival. There's two parts to this one. Let's talk about it. The first one, they're saying no more hip-hop on a lot of cruises. Maybe they're trialing it, maybe they're testing it, it's just rumor, but no more hip-hop. And the last part's the wobble dance. It's saying no more wobble dance because it's causing it too many problems. Carnival came at you.
You know what's crazy to me? Like this, like even think about that. Even from the speaker, why do you have to think about how loud are you playing your speaker for it to be such a problem? Because it's really you being selfish. It's just like now, y'all ever go somewhere and I don't see white women doing so. I'm gonna say I see black women doing it. I don't even see men do this. You pull out your phone, you go on social media while people are talking or wherever you're at, and you play your social media videos just as loud as you want. Like that's rude. That is very rude. It's like they live in their own movie. Like nobody else is starring in that movie but them. Like make it make sense. And like you said, think about it, these are going to be their moms. These are going to be grandmas. These are like think about this. I grew up where your mom, your dad told you to cover up. You know, you act like a lady. They not even telling them that now. They just doing whatever they want. Half of the TikTok videos, when I do go get them and review them, I have to cut out almost like 75 cuss words per video. And it's sad. And TikTok pumps stuff like that up because that's, they love doing stuff like that. They're laughing at us. They're laughing at us. All day long, they're laughing at us. Skitty said they have a club on the boat. You're only supposed to turn up. Turn up. Why are you turning up on the Lido deck? And then, like he said, with the chairs, you don't own a chair. So you tell them, for them to have to put these rules up. Hold up. This part right here. Think about this part where he says, hold on, where that little chair thing at? It said, leaving your chair unattended for over 40 minutes. The crew may remove your belongings. Who do you think you is to leave your stuff and just go do what you want to go do? Like, that's rude. And I bet it's been fights. I bet you Quantisha then left her little stuff on her little chair and she think it's gonna sit there. That's how crazy we have became. That's how crazy that we have became to where you gonna leave all your stuff on there. Yeah, we are a joke to TikTok. That's all you see. All you see on they either twerking or they just cussing in every video. Like it's and the more they cuss, I feel like the more views they get. The more and don't let them be in a bonnet. They in a bonnet and they cussing and they got eyelashes on and they just being something just absurd. I feel like it gets so many views. Like it's kind of sad. It's sad. This is why you got women dancing with the food stamps with two shopping carts. I mean, that's how crazy it has gotten. Like that ain't cute. And they don't realize like all we doing is trying to beat down the men. When it comes to all the songs and stuff, Cardi B got a new song, She Outside. Have y'all seen the lyrics to that song? That movie Sinners is real. Like, but them songs really be living through people. Except they not Cardi B. I had to explain to somebody they was talking about Cardi B, and I was like, that man is not going to stay with her. He's rich. He's a rich ball player. He's probably around her because he's having fun, getting a little clout. She's popular. He's not about to raise somebody's 3 kids. Like he's not. And the girl I was talking to, she's like she's rich. She takes care of her own kids. I said, nah, that's not how that goes. I mean, if you really get with somebody, You telling me that you would be around a man that just ignored your kids? That's not how life works. So if he's trying to get an apartment, a house, or whatever he's trying to get, how many kids you got? Count, ma'am. Like, I don't know why people keep saying that. Skinny said, you stupid. The Negro said to stop traveling on Carnival. No, Carnival is done traveling with your guy. Exactly. They're done. They're done with you. They are. And everybody is just like, I mean, like, what are we supposed to do? Like, people really on TikTok now, like, what are we supposed to do now? What did you do before that you wasn't acting like you, like you wouldn't act like you were a fool? That's how you know, like, they don't get out the house. They don't go out the door. Just like that incident just happened in Indianapolis. All them people got pew-pew. And you see the fire chief for the police police chief was like, get your kids. Get your kids. We are not your kids' parents. We're not your kids' parents. But think about it. That's what I say all the time. Just because you have parents in the house don't mean that you have parents. I tell people that all the time. Like, they're not being raised. They're not. You got women walking around with shirts on. They don't even bras on. Just walking around, just chest moving around like Nutty Professor. Like, it is the most craziest thing to me. They don't care. they don't. And it shows on the cruise, even when it comes to clothes. Like, where is the dignity at? Like, it's like, where did that go? Like, where did that go? You just gonna put on anything? I didn't think people put on low. And what's going on with these skirts and these shorts this summer? This is a brutal summer right now when it comes to the clothes. I don't know who's making these clothes. I don't know if the GAYs is making these clothes, but baby, I'm sorry. Some of that, I mean, it's just like, why? Like, why would y'all wear that? Got all kind of pieces hanging all off your skin. Like, that's cute. So many clothes out there. Why do we go for the worst ones? I mean, I don't get it. And I don't see the others wearing that. I just see us with that on. Yeah, like, my grandma and my auntie and them, they used to check you. It's like we're scared to check the youth now. We're scared. We're scared to. We're seriously. It said, "Is a loser. So are you." Backing him. Like, I'm just saying. Like think about that. Yeah, you ain't lying. Big Mama is not around to put them. Yeah, Big Mama ain't around. Yeah, a lot of moms ain't around. A lot of moms have jumped the ship. They jump in the ship. What I say, women like babies. Women like babies. They don't like kids. I see it. I see the way women call their daughters bees. Whenever they're mad at them, they call them bees and all kind of names. Like, it's ridiculous the names that they're calling these girls. So it's no wonder they go get somebody and they're calling them the same names. Like, it sounds like their middle name after a while. And it's wild to me. And everybody's talking about, all the women talking about how men are so aggressive. No, these women are aggressive. I don't realize how many cases women are catching right now. And they're not really catching the cases they need to catch for real. And they don't catch them cases because they're women. Like, seriously, that's the only reason why they're not catching them cases. Women are abusive. I'm sorry, they are. Who do you think raising the kids? Look, Skinny said, what happened to the sundress? And now they own exactly. The rock coochie cutters. Have y'all seen, and I want to know, put it in the chat if you've seen this. Have y'all seen the skirts? The little tennis skirts. It does not cover your cheeks. Have y'all seen that? Have y'all seen that? That is big right now. It's all I'm seeing and stuff like that. Like, I'm like, when did that get cool? Look like they got a diaper on, and then the skirt stops in the middle of their butt. Like, I'm talking about, I've seen them in malls. I've seen them in like really nice restaurants. I'm like, what is wrong? Like, why? Somebody says also the moms and the grandmas. Well, think about it. Moms and grandmas don't get along. Moms and grandmas don't get along. They both fighting over the same man. I promise you they are. Like they are both fighting over the same man. You said Kathy has entered the chat. You stupid. Frank said the daughter is the best friend. Yeah. And think about it though. The mom is not mature. The mom is not mature, so she's on the same level as her daughter. So they're having the same conversation. They're both watching Zeus Network with each other. They're both watching Baddies with each other. They're both watching Love and Hip Hop. Like, there's no way if I had a daughter that we're going to sit there and bond over some craziness like that. Like, there's no way. Like, that's weird. What happened at the Essence Festival? I heard a little bit of it. I haven't looked up. I heard that they were really taking in the African culture, and the black people said they will not be back. Like, what is that? Like serious? Like what is that about? Your mind chick mix songs got in my belly. Okay. What happened at the Essence Festival? Like, what actually happened? Why are people so rammed up about it? Like, I heard a lot of the performers was running late, which, I mean, it happens. I do say that all the time on the thing, but what all happened? Why are they so mad about the Essence Festival? Like, I'm just curious. Like, I'm just like, what? I mean, why are they so mad? And Skinny said the Africans don't respect our culture. Oh, heck no. None of the cultures really come when they come here. They don't want to follow our culture. They don't. They want to come over. They want to get whatever they can get. Y'all seen the videos where the Mexicans over in Mexico, where they were mad at the American immigrants that was over there, and I'm talking about they was smashing doors down. And it looked like a Watts a riot. And they was tearing their stuff up. Have y'all seen that? They said no gringos. Like, I'm just saying, like, so I'm like, and y'all wonder why y'all kind of mean, which I get. I understand why they don't like us over there because it makes their rent go up. So I truly understand that. But think about that. That would be bringing some tourism to y'all city, and y'all down there tearing it up. They need to be smart and move like we move. Figure out how are we going down there and doing things like that. Like seriously, they don't. The Africans run the blog. Oh, they definitely do. They run the blog site. They run all the clubs in Atlanta. They run a lot. But see, that's the thing, though, right? In America, and this is what Black people need to get off, need to catch up to when it comes to how the Africans do it. Instead of being mad at them, figure out how they doing it. Figure out how they doing it. Figure out how they own all the transportation companies. Figure out how they getting all of these government contracts. Figure out how they having all these health companies and stuff. Like, instead of being mad at them, get close to them and see what they're doing. Think about it. Look how they come over and they jump on it and they hold on to it and they ride it. When you look at new companies, you look at government contracts, all you see is a lot of Africans. I'm telling you. So instead of being mad at them, like, how about ask them how y'all getting that? I do. When I'm trying to do something and I see you doing it, I don't care what you are. I'm gonna get next to you. I'm gonna ask what you're doing, because you have to. Because we about to get hit in the head with a hammer right now. Microsoft just laid off like another 10,000 people. I think UPS just laid off like thousands too. Every day almost. I feel like almost every Friday they do it. I would be scared to go to work if I worked for any of them companies. Intel just laid off like another 5,000. Like, I'm just saying, like, it's bad. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think people realize, like, it is only going to get a little worse. It only gets a little worse. It promise you it does. And you got people out here like they're super entitled. Super entitled. Skinny said, imagine us fleeing to Africa running their social media. Yeah, think about it. And that's the thing, though. They're taught. And I'm going to tell you the difference from them to us is, right? They really come from a culture where your parents say you got to get in front. You got to be in the front of the line. You can't chance being the third one in line. You got to be first. And I'm looking at it. I'm looking how when they grab something, they hold on to it and they take it. Even the Mexicans, when they came the roof, I bet you it's gonna take a long time to get these roofs fixed. When people got, because they don't have the Mexicans. The Mexicans, like, they have a routine. when it comes to different things like that. And I'm not even talking about them being roofers, even them being lawn men, all that stuff. Like when they one thing about them, they really they bring their family in. They bring their family in. Like they're all gonna live in one house. They're gonna buy every house on that block. But they don't have no problem with living. They have no problem with moving in with each other. Black people can have absolutely nothing, and they were like, "I'm on my face." Like they can have absolutely nothing. They're like, "No, I don't like living with people. I don't really talk to my family." And where is that getting you? Where is that getting you? Like it doesn't get you anywhere at all. And then I ain't mad at their parents for teaching them how to boss up. We need you look seriously though. That is true. That is so true. I will say when it comes to our culture, a lot of our parents, I'm just speaking for our American parents, especially black parents, uh, they actually divide their kids. They divide them. They do. They tell one kid another thing. They don't, and you wonder why your kids are grown and nobody likes each other. Back in the day when you had your grandmas and your aunties, somebody cooked on Sunday. Somebody cooked on Sunday. Y'all all came over. Women they're not even cooking no more. They don't have any relationships with people. They don't have relationships with their kids. They don't have relationships with their sisters, their brothers. Their relationship is gone. So where is the meetup spot? Mimosas and brunch? Like where is the meetup spot? And think about it. And that is really important. You have to have that. You have to have that. Without your community, what do you have? What do you have? You got a Louis bag? What you got? Like I always tell people, like, what do you have after that? And it gets worse. That's why everybody's so isolated. Nobody goes over nobody's house. It be holiday time. Everybody's cooking their own meal at their house because they're selfish. There's no reason if three sisters, why all of y'all cooking at y'all's house on Sunday? Why can't y'all all come together? Because your mama, your parents, somebody they split y'all up. They pitted y'all against each other. I promise you that's what they did. They pitted y'all against each other. And then it's sad because as you see older women get older and you ain't got nobody now because you ain't got a team. You ain't got a team. You don't. Look, Frank said, we invite everybody to the cookout. That's our problem. They're eating all of our ribs. Okay. Like seriously, think about it though. Not no more though. Not no more. They don't even do that no more. Our social skills are gone. Our social skills are like in the trash can right now. It's really sad. Frank said because half don't know how to cook. Yeah, they don't. They don't know how to cook. And the crazy thing is, I mean, you got a cookbook right in your phone. If you ain't got a grandma that cooks, and sad to say, a lot of men don't know how to cook, but a lot of women don't know how to cook. I see it. I'm looking at it on social media. It looks terrible. Even and the ones who got the most kids, those be the ones always taking something out of a can or dividing up some McDonald's burgers and fries and nuggets. As if, I mean, you just rushing them into knee surgery. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. But this is this is what we dealing with right here. Like, what chance do these kids have when they come from parents that are going to be like this? Like, where do you learn that from? Where you learn how to cook because you sit around the kitchen and you see your elders cooking. You know, my mom and dad, they both was great cooks. So I know how to cook because I sit up under them. When you don't have that, then like, where do you learn that from? Where you learn that from? Cooking for a man is slavery in the West, and that's sad. And they do because what do women say when they come on a channel like mine or something? They be like, go make your man a sandwich. Like as if that's a jab. Like, but that's because media has told women that that's bad to do things like that. That's bad to want to bond with somebody. That's bad to want to have a family. This is why women are not having kids now. This is why they said like what 48% of women, like in 20 years, they're gonna be childless and they won't be married or have kids. Like that's not good. That's not good at all. That is the job that we have. Like, if you don't have none of that, like, what is your mission? Like, what is your mission? Like, seriously, where are all these kids gonna go when he cuts off Section 8? They're giving you 2 years. People been living in the project for years. Where are they gonna go? Like, I don't think people really are thinking about, like, what do you do with those people? What do you do with the ones that sit on TikTok all day long and just cussing, fussing their body? What are those people gonna do with all the kids? But they're gonna have a begathon. They're just gonna be begging. Like, what is the next step for what do we do with that? And women are not understanding. All women want to say is, well, the man made the kids. Why do you keep having them? Why are you having them? You drop a man off on an island, there's 60 women. He can get them all pregnant at one time. You drop 60 men off with one woman. 9 months. You got 9 months. You're not going to have that many kids. You see and that's what women did. I don't know why they don't understand that. Like, I don't understand, like, where's the logic at when it comes to that? You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. Why keep doing it? I watched a video today where a girl said she took her child's father off of child support, and she said everybody read her. She was like, everybody was like, I would never take my son. Like, if he doesn't need to be on there, why is he on there? Me personally, y'all know how I feel about that. If you had to pick one, I'd rather a father be involved with his kid than rather you taking child support from him. If you know what I mean, if it's either or you know what I mean, like let try to get your kid to bond with their dad instead of having World War III. Like, wouldn't that be better? Like, that don't even make sense. What am I thinking? You know, I had a conversation the other day about oh yes, I got the video of Candace Owens. Yes, I sure did. Yes, I did. Matter of fact, let me put that up. Let me see if I can find that real quick. And you know, and the crazy thing is, why are we even still going back and forth about this female liberation? What is so liberated about women being more in debt and being more lonely and more mad and more bitter, and the kids are mad? What is so liberating about that? Somebody please make me understand that. I don't understand. What is it? Think about it. Women over 60 are going to be the most by themselves. Like I always say, I'm just now seeing homeless women. We never used to see homeless women. You did not see homeless women like that. You didn't. So what is our benefit when it comes to that? Like, what is the benefit when it comes to that? Like, where are we going with that? Like seriously, like what do we do with that? And you just keep having kids, and where is that supposed to go? What do you do with that? You had them kids, and now what?
Are neglecting that, who are neglecting the pathway to, strive toward family because they think their career is going.
How are you a male feminist? Before I start this video, how are you a male feminist? Like, and men be really saying like they're like, I'm a male feminist. How? Who made that up? That don't even make sense. It says women are liberated, but they are still complaining and make it make sense. And think about it. Yeah, because they're unhappy. They're working more. They're working more. They don't have nobody in their life. They don't have any relationship at all, even with family. So y'all so liberated. Y'all so free. What are y'all so free to do? If y'all can let me like somebody, what are they free to do? They keep saying we got freedom now. To do what? Like, tell me what the freedom is.
Going to hug them at night, or they think that when they're on their deathbed, their career is going to come up next to them and say, you were so great to me. I think that they have stepped into a delusion.
So why do you believe that?
It's not one or the other, but when you sit here and you go, you'll be.
This one right here, I cannot stand her. She tried to talk over her so bad. I didn't do a video on her. This is just the intro of the video I made, but she literally tried to talk over her the whole time. Like the whole time. Like it was like, but this is what women do. This is mainly what they do. Instead of them sit there listening, having a conversation, having a debate back and forth, they literally just talk over each other. It's so weird. It's like, you're not going to get your point across. Oh, that's right. You did tell me she had I think, somebody else told me that she had OnlyFans. Oh, your male feminists trying to get the coochie. They probably are.
More fulfilled doing this than spend all your time doing that. We would love for you to leave the public eye and go focus on what makes you fulfilled.
Okay. I am surrounded by 20 feminists.
She thought she could on that one.
My first claim is that the sexual revolution has devalued women and made them infinitely less happy.
It has.
Hi.
Hi.
I like your hat.
Whitney Shanahan. Nice to meet you. Fascinated by your claim that women have lost happiness because since 1950s, since the sexual revolution, women have gotten exponentially more freedom and more choice. Having the freedom to choose what I do, to make my own destiny, makes me infinitely more happy than, say, back before the sexual revolution when I couldn't get a bank account, couldn't get a home loan, couldn't work outside the home, couldn't travel around without a man. So I feel that happiness, personally, my belief, is tied to our ability to have freedom. And I think that in the United States, protecting freedom and our individual freedoms is what's going to lead us to happiness.
Did you go to college?
Absolutely.
Okay, great.
Did you?
Yes, I did. So you have a degree?
Absolutely.
Now, when you went to college, did you go to college because it was simply something that you wanted to do? Or did you think that I have to go to college because in order to get a job, I have to have a college degree?
I went to college for art because I was fascinated with art.
Okay. It's just answering my question. Did you go to college? Was that the only reason you went to college? Or did you think that I might want to do something in art, so I have to go to college, like for my career?
I went to school because I wanted to expand my horizons. I mean, I think that's why most people go to.
And you know, the crazy thing is, she said that she went to college to expand her horizon. Think about it. People go to school or something because they're trying to better their life. They're trying to make more money. What do you mean? And you went to school for art? Like, again, this is what happens. Women go to school for the dumbest stuff. They do. I'm looking at it. I'm telling you, they do. Skinny said the sexual revolution benefits men. It does. Women are less married than men, and they are complaining about getting commitments. Yeah, they are. Like it's weird to me. Not getting. You right about that. You right about that. It's weird to me though. Like, why? Why would anybody commit to you? Why would anybody? They don't have to. It's getting slung around. It's getting slung around. You don't have to. You don't have to get a commitment. You don't. I promise you don't. You honestly don't have to do that. This is what you do right here. You go to college to brighten the horizon, to get in debt, to have all that debt. That don't even make sense. Underwater basket weaving degree. When I tell y'all, start asking y'all nieces if y'all got daughters. Y'all really need to talk to them about what they going to school for if they go to school, because I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it. They will go and take anything just because women pick stuff because they like it. It's not because they need it. It's not because it's going to benefit them. It's not because they know this is going to go to ABC. No, they be like, well, I like that, or they be like, I feel like that's something I feel like doing. Like it's a hobby. Like it's not.
University.
No,
Why did you go?
That's actually not true. I went, and I think a lot of people go because there's a pressure that if you don't go to college, you're going to be a failure.
It's a choice. Everything's a choice. So taking away choices doesn't make people happier. Taking away freedom doesn't make people happier.
I'm disagreeing with you on the idea that people are feeling more free by financial pressure. I think financial pressure makes people feel remarkably less free.
So you want no bank accounts again? Women not to have credit cards?
I'm not saying that women shouldn't have access to credit cards or bank accounts. You're putting words in my mouth, so why don't you respond to the words that I'm saying?
Well, less financial pressure. If I don't have a bank account, that's a lot less financial pressure, I guess, right?
Financial pressure in terms of most people that go to college, and I'm counting myself among them, it's because typically in order to get the job that you're being sold is going to make you infinitely happier and infinitely more free, it just requires a college degree. And most of these people, to be clear, have to put themselves, the majority of people have to put themselves into debt. And I don't think anybody would describe debt as a form of freedom, right? I don't think anybody would realistically say...
Let's get back to happiness. So we're here to talk about happiness and how the sexual revolution, and we're not talking about college debt.
I think it's important because we're talking about freedom. You just said that the reason why I feel happy is because I have more freedom. And I am saying that financial restraints and debt doesn't make people feel more free.
And it doesn't. It does not. Like, I don't even realize before Rick James come on here. I don't understand why people think that's not freedom. The average woman makes about 26 to 34,000 and somewhere like that. Like, that was my next thing I was about to say, Skinny. I was just about to say that. Like, STEM is begging women to join, but they won't. You know why they won't? Because they'll tell you, I don't feel like doing that. You know how many different things I've told women to do? I'm like, well, why don't you look? They be like, that's not really what I want to do. I keep telling women like to do what they want to do. They don't care if it doesn't make any sense. They'll be like, well, I don't feel like they be like, I don't feel like that's something I'm gonna like. If you think that everything you do in life you're gonna love, you have been told wrong. I tell women this all the time. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to save you. Think about it. All them jobs that was just lost. Kevin been talking about them jobs about to be cut. He was already talking about that. He been talking about that. But women was like, I don't want to listen to him. And look at all them jobs. Look at all them jobs getting cut. Look at them. You can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them that. You don't see a lot of people in STEM. You don't see them jobs getting cut. You don't see it. You don't see that.
Hi. Currently, women make up about 47% of the workforce. If this were the case and that women were just inherently unhappy or unfulfilled working and would just prefer to be at home, why don't they?
Because we've made that due to prior feminist waves nearly impossible, because now, which I believe that the reason that the government wanted women to enter the workforce is because it gave them an opportunity to tax a household twice. And so this goes back to what I was saying, is that there's a lot of financial pressure that is being exerted on young women to enter the workforce, and they do so blindly under this illusion that somehow entering the workforce is going to make you more fulfilled, like getting yourself into 6 figures of debt, going to college, to then take on a career and be in debt and having to pay student loans while you make $35K is going to make you happier. And I'm saying that isn't actually true.
Okay, so I hear that.
Yeah.
At the same time, would you not agree that that women can both have a career and have children? I mean, you are actively doing that right now.
And I want to be very clear, because I am actively doing it right now. I would be someone that you would call an exception because I get to work from home. I get to wake up in the morning. I don't have a boss, right? I don't have to go into the office from 9 to 5. I get to then therefore spend the entire morning with my children.
So you're an exception, and the 47% of women that make up our labor force are also an exception?
Why are you acting like they don't see the real world? I don't even realize even this is like so big right now. Our grandmas was probably our babysitters. You know what I mean? People are in their 30s and 40s. Maybe your grandma might have watched you, or your dad watched you. Like, they didn't have to go off to daycares. When kids are taken away from their parents and you're 6 weeks in of life and you got to go to daycare, you already going to make them have separation anxiety and everything. And they wonder why everybody is on a pocket of pills. They've actually done studies on that. Kids are not supposed to be ripped away from their mother. So this is the difference. Since a lot of women don't act like they know this, like, this is the difference if you have a spouse, if you have a husband when you have a kid, you got help. If you and your mom get along, back in the day, your mom came and stayed with their daughter. Now moms are still at work. Now talking about grandma. Grandma's still at work on overtime, so she can't even come stay with their daughters, or they don't even get along with their daughters. So, like, this is what's happening. Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, I'm telling you. So, and why, when feminists are arguing, why are y'all so angry? Like, where does the attitude come from? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and why do they always, I've seen women say, well, Beyonce can do it. Because that's what she sounds like when she's talking to Candace. Like, well, you can do it. It is like, no, I'm looking at girls. Take that 6-week-old baby into them little dirty daycares. and now your baby is getting coddled by strangers. It's like, I don't think we'll realize, like, that's not good. And your baby's sitting there crying. It's not good for babies to even sit there and scream like that. That's not good at all. And this is one of the problems that we're having right now. Now you wonder why now everybody is super, everybody, I have anxiety now. Like, this is why.
No, the exact opposite. So I'm trying to make it more realistic, because I think it's really bad form when people who are able to stay at home, right, and are able to start working at, 1:00 p.m. as I do after being around their children, the children are running around all day, will then preach to you that every woman can have this. That's not the reality. The reality is that the overwhelming majority of people are stuck behind a desk all day and they're not happy. They're not doing work that gratifies them at all. And at the same time, they're suspending.
Well, that's just what career you've chosen. But I think that the issue
most
with
people work a 9 to 5. I think that's
okay. Yes, but
right?
if it's the job that is making them unhappy, then maybe they should have chosen a different career path. And how can you say that you know exactly what every woman secretly wants? Are you asking them?
That wasn't my claim that I secretly know what every single woman wants. I'm saying that if you measure up at the end of your life, what brought you more fulfillment, your career or a children, raising children in your family, we will discover that, and there actually have been studies, people that have gone to people on their deathbeds, and the number one regret that people had was that they gave too much to their careers. And this includes men, by the way.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, of course, human relation is going to be valued over money and profit. And my question is, what does that even have to, what is the goal of that? Should every woman quit working and just have a child?
Well, I'm just trying to warn you that if you decide to suspend that pursuit of family because you think that you have to first climb the ladder, a lot of women make that mistake and they don't end up finding a partner.
But that's their right. It's free will.
You would definitely have a right to make a mistake.
You don't get to say what people should and shouldn't do.
I don't think my claim is this is what people should or should not do. I'm just simply stating that my claim is that you will be more fulfilled if you focus on trying to
You don't get to decide what other people are fulfilled by.
Okay, I'm making my claim here that women are infinitely more fulfilled in the household and raising children than they are taking that 9 to 5 job.
But you have no evidence of that. In fact, you are evidence against your own claim.
I'm not evidence against my own claim.
You are.
I'm saying
you're at work right now.
I've literally said, I am telling you, women cannot have it all. That is an illusion, and that is an illusion that is stressing women out. Actually, what's quite ironic about the feminist movement is that
I think women are just trying to be people.
I think women have been taught that being a woman is not enough and that you have to also aspire to be a man. And that's the irony. It's like a psychological conditioning. What feminists went out and did and said is that in order for women to have value, women need to be like men. And I'm saying that actually women and men are biologically different. There are differences in our behavior. There are differences in our desires. And I think evidence of the feminist movement, by the way, shows us that, because even when women enter into the college education space, the pathways of career that we choose are different from men because we're biologically different, right?
Okay, the society that you're pitching is not sustainable economically.
It was sustained economically.
But it's not right now.
Pause. That's because y'all so crazy and mean. Like, and what is the attitude about? Skinny, are you talking about the girl with the eyeliner that goes all the way out to her ears? She was on Pop the Balloon? Which Pop the Balloon was she on? Was she on the Pop the Balloon on Netflix or she's on Pop the Balloon on YouTube? Like, that's weird. Like, why are y'all so mad? All Candace is stating, she's just saying women are more fulfilled if they can have a family. Like, what's wrong? She's not telling women what to do. And that's the whole debate that I see that was on here. All women was like, you can't tell me what to do. Nobody's trying to tell you what to do. Like, that's like that Priscilla dude girl that was on here, and everybody thought she cooked. I'm like, you don't even like men. Like, why are you even giving anybody? You don't even like men. The one that sometimes she wears the hair on the hat and sometimes she takes the hat off and the hair's off that. Like, I don't understand. And so many people sit there and listen to that woman. Like, it's weird. Like, I don't get it. You're right. Skinny, nobody can have it all. Nobody can have it all. Nobody can. And that's the thing. We live in a society where women be like, I want it all. There's no way. Oh, and the crazy thing is everybody is saying that Priscilla cooked. If you go on, like, that's all you hear is people saying, I'm like, she don't even like guys. I mean, she don't even like men. I don't understand. Like, I'm a very logical person, right? Very logical person. I don't understand how a woman can have a whole platform like saying men don't know how to love men, or like her whole platform is that. Like, I don't understand, like, how can you have followers? It just shows you that a lot of women, they will follow anything that makes them feel good. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And she definitely didn't. Like Frank said, no woman will ever be, will never be a man. Like I said, it's never going to be fair to them because they want fair equality when it comes to certain things. They don't want it if they make more money. They were just talking about what's the girl's name? Smollett. Her husband is getting half of her money, right? Men been getting their money took for years, right? Let a woman get theirs took. It's a march. It is a people are gonna go off and all you hear women, that's so sad. I'm like, well, men been getting their money took for ages. What do you mean? Y'all want equality? Isn't that part of it? Isn't that part of it? When Holly Berry got her check took, like, yeah. How many checks she didn't took? Like you only want equality and rights when it suits you. And that's not cool. That's not cool. Like that's not what you want then. I don't see women running to open men's doors. Like I don't. So when I hear women saying we got to go back to 1950s, and this is why when I hear older women talking, now when I say older, I mean like 70-year-old, 60-year-old women, when they are complaining about men and complaining about their husbands, I always tell them like y'all got to watch y'all's mouth because these young women are listening to y'all. Look, these women they ain't from the 1950s, but look how they talk about the 1950s as if they were there, as if they were there. Like you wasn't there. You wasn't there. And you talking about the one girl with the little dirty looking girl with the tattoo on her face. Oh yeah, she was I don't even know why they even put her on here. I don't even when I come back on live again, I'll do that video. Why would y'all even put her? Basically, they had a stripper come up there and the stripper said she feels like she has liberation, she's free. Free what? To stroke the pole? To be on the pole? That's a daddy's job to keep his daughter off the pole. Like, how is that? That's not, no, ma'am, you got a big tattoo under your eye. Like, I'm just saying, like that's weird to me. Like, you're kissing the babies and you're going to go strip on the pole? Like, come on now. It's every kid's nightmare to have a mom that's a stripper. I don't care what nobody say. Nobody wants their friend's dad to see their mom on the pole. They don't. They don't. And if that's liberation, that's weird. And why do we keep calling it that? Why do we keep calling like freedom? Like, what is free about not having any help, being in debt, your kids don't have fathers with an S on it, like your mental ain't right? Like, I mean, what is that? You can't get ahead. It's a pipeline of poverty. What is free about that? Like, I don't understand that. I don't. Doesn't she have a split tongue? Yes, she does. It's the one with the split tongue. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even that. Let's talk about it. What is going on with the women and all the tats and the split tongue? What did you see to where you was like, there was two girls with split tongues. One of the girls had on pink, and the other girl was the little Hawaiian looking girl. They both looked like they were kind of like mixed or something. They both what would possess you and do that? You gotta think. And I bet you these are the same people that be talking about they don't want to go get blood drawn or anything. Like, but you had to put your tongue on a tape. Like, how do they do that? I mean, is it scissors? Like, that's deep. That's deep. But we're so rebellious right now. Look, even when it comes to, and don't wrong, I have nothing against Michelle Obama, right? Even when it comes to her, I can tell she's in her rebellious state. Like, she's in, like, when you look at her, even when it comes to her look and everything, her nails, her hair, everything, she's doing everything opposite from whenever she was in office. When she was in office and, she had to wear whatever she had to wear. Like, now it's just like, you don't ever see her in a dress no more. You don't see her in skirts no more. Her hair's never down. Like, her nails are blue. Like, they're 3 inches long. She got a ring on each finger. Like, it's giving it's giving renegade. Now, I have no problem with her, but I'm just saying it's like I want to do what I want to do type thing. Like, why do we got to go so far to the edge like that? Like, I don't get that. Like, why? He said T-Pain. He said, yep, T-Pain is to blame for saying I'm in love with a stripper. Yeah, and the thing is, like I tell people all the time, men will mess with you. They ain't gonna do nothing with you though. They will mess with you, and they will send you right back. like a FedEx package. Like, I mean, and it's the truth. That mess with you. They ain't doing nothing with you though. They gonna send you back. They will send you back. Look, like seriously, if I see a nose ring, I do about face to face. Like, I mean, it's just so many. All the little septums, all the piercings, like the tattoos all over like everywhere. Like, because I'm the women are rebellious. It's a rebellious thing. It's a rebellious thing. Women dress for other women. At the end of the day, they do. A lot of the stuff that we as women put on, men don't even like that. Women like it, and that's what they feel like running and stuff. So they do what women like. I'm telling you, that's what they do. FedEx will send the box back bruised. You're not lying. They send it back. I mean, think about it. Cardi B's song, with her song says she takes the box outside. She takes the box. She be like, my box is outside. Like, what? And this is the person that came to the presidential debate. Like, this is crazy to me. Like, think about this. Like, that's wild. And women wonder, like, women are like, why everybody jumping on? It ain't everybody's jumping on y'all. Like, why are y'all not trying to listen to anything? Even when it comes to your digital footprint, why every picture is to the back or to the side? You ain't got no pictures from the front. None of your pictures are from the front. You know you pretty from the front too, right? like that's weird to me. And then you wonder why the guys come at you and then they want the box. Yeah, the box is all you showing them. It looks like it's for sale. It looks the box looks like it's for sale, and then it's like they don't know. I see women out with their daughters and they're both dressed like slores, like, and it's like, why would the daughter dress any differently when the mom is y'all have matching outfits on? Like, it's wild to me. Skinny say Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion and Kamala was wilding. They was wilding. They was. Like, think about that. You got Cardi B. The way Cardi B talk, even in that song, the way that she calls the men bees, it's just like, it's sad. That ain't cute. Black men, like it or not, black ladies, black women, black men are the only ones that are going to protect us. So I don't know why everybody's trying to make them enemies of us. Nobody else is coming for us. They're not. They're not. And I'm not talking about that one black woman that you see out of thousands of white men. You know what I mean? Like, they're not bonding with us like that. And don't let a lot of white men, they have money. They're pretty loyal. They're pretty loyal to their women when it comes to that. They will mess with you. They will buy you a drink. they will take shots with you. They're not trying to give you their last name. That's not how it goes. It doesn't go like that. It does not go like that. I remember, I'm in Kevin Samuel's group before he left, and it took maybe like a year for me to even be in that group. And that's what he does. Like, he was looking at my digital footprint. And women need to understand your digital footprint is important. You on there, like, and now you're mad that everybody's in your DMs talking crazy to you. That's what you're putting out there. Frank said most women are into women. Look, I'm gonna tell you about that. They into anybody that's gonna be around them. Anybody that's close to them. They don't care who it is. Think about it. They don't have anybody. They don't have, a lot of them don't have fathers, so they don't have. Men teach women about men. They teach them about life. There's certain things your mama cannot teach you. So, and you don't know that anybody that rub your leg, you're gonna be next to them. It's not even. I'm telling you, like, y'all didn't see the women go back and forth. They be with a woman, they be with men. Like, it's whoever is next to them. They don't even know what friendship is. If they get a friend and the friend sit too close, she gonna think that the friend like her. She don't know nothing else. Like, she don't know anything else. Like, it's really sad. Most women are into women. They care about their female friend. Said thanks more than their man. Yeah. And you know why though? Because in America, that's what we do. We teach women to go against the enemy together. They only close when they going against the same person. Was it my enemy is mine? Look how many videos where girls are like scratching up men's cars, and their friends is messing up their cars with them. They don't even notice men, and they got more energy than the actual girlfriend, because in society we're taught to hate men. I'm not. You know, I have good brothers. I had a good father. Like, you know what I mean? Like, very close. So maybe I didn't get that. I didn't get that logic. I don't understand that. But if you listen to music and different things like that, where everything is F this man, if you get this, like Cardi B, I don't play Cardi B. She's not going to be in my playlist. Like, that's just something. Music is energy to me, and bad energy to me, like, it's not coming. It's not. No, we're not doing that. Skinny says black men are not your enemy. White men marry black women. Yeah, exactly. And people don't even realize that. While everybody was talking about, even while everybody was talking about black men only marry white women, they still marry us more than anybody else. They marry us more than anybody else. So I don't think people realize that. Like, so when I hear people say that, I'm like, that's not true. That's not true statistics. That's not true. That's not true. Black men are still marrying more black women, right? But at the same time, though, I understand why some of them are not. If your mama is mean and your aunties are mean, and you're coming from a terrible situation, you're coming from, your family is horrible. Why would you run to that? Like, why would you? If you feel like that looks terrible, why would you go? Why would you even go over there? I understand why. I understand why. Like, you know, they've been emasculated by their mama, their sisters, their aunties. Like, I mean, you're not going to be that attractive to them. And I'm saying overall. Like, you know, so I get it. In your environment. Like, you know what I mean? I know plenty of black women, and they live in like maybe like a really like a big suburb, and they be mad that their boys have white women. I'm like, that's their environment. That's their environment, and like, why does it bother you? Like, why does it bother you? Like, I don't understand that. Even if a man is with a white woman, they have babies. I mean, them babies pretty much come out brown, so they're pretty much black. But I don't understand why. Like, in the ones that are with, most women be like, I don't like them anyway. Y'all only like them when they got contracts and they rich and they on TV, or they're famous, or they're celebrities. Then that's when you have problems. You don't have a problem. You have no problem with the black man who's a janitor at the school. Like, seriously, like they don't. You have no problem with that. You wouldn't date him. So why are you mad? Why are you mad if somebody else dates him? Like, I don't understand that. It says women like Red Talk Anna are rare because most of them don't have fathers. Yeah, you're right. A lot of women, they really honestly don't have fathers. And even if they do have fathers, sometimes their fathers are disconnected with them. So they really still didn't have a father. So so think about it. If you don't like your father, you're not going to like men. Like I get it. Like, why would they? They already left the taste in their mouth. And instead of some of them trying to correct it, they just kind of go off of it. It says most of them don't have fathers. Some of it is our fault, but black women need a man to help vet their potential partners because women suck. Yeah, of course. Yeah, women do suck at it. We're women. And think about it. You got 50-year-old women out here still saying, well, he ain't cute. Like, Shonda, you 55. You 55 out here with 3 kids, and you talking about somebody. And that's the thing. Like, not being mature. And it's like, where do you go from there? If you don't have a father, a lot of them don't have brothers. They don't have uncles. I mean, go to a family reunion. You're going to see mainly all women. You're going to see few men here and there. But the women going to have kids, though. They're going to have a lot of kids with them. They're going to have kids. So it makes sense. And also, if you only use your father for money, if you only call your father to get money and things like that, like, think about it. You're going to try to use men because that's what you look at men for, because maybe that's how your mom moved with your dad. And I say this all the time. A lot of people are one night some babies. Your mama not going to tell you that. Your mama not going to tell you that your mama was just there for one night. So you lucky your dad even tried to claim you. Because a lot of men take care of women's kids that are not theirs. Says Kendra caught a stray. Is she still thinking? Kendra don't want to be married. Kendra, when she was going back and forth with Kevin, right? When she was going back and forth with Kevin, like, and she was really standing on her principles as far as like, she really meant what she said. Now she kind of understand it, but I still don't think she really get it just the way, because she still talks to the women the way she talks to them. And she don't really give them any problem, because that's the way her show is going. You know what I mean? She's more trying to please the women on there. You know what I mean? And nobody's going to be able to really get with her, because Kendra probably got a little bit of money. She's doing her thing, you know, whatever thing that she's doing. And in her mind, she wants somebody that's going to be able to give her more. And there's no man coming with millions of dollars. They will go get a younger girl. You know, like I always tell you, a man will take a woman out the diner. They will. They will take a cheerleader off of the football field. Like, they don't care. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they don't have to look for somebody with some money. And that's what women don't understand that. So I think that we got this boss bee mentality out here. We do. We got this boss bee mentality out there, and it's hurting us. That ain't helping us. That ain't helping us. That ain't helping us at all. Look, families said unions have decreased by 50%. Yeah, they have, because they don't have any leaders. Men bring leadership, but they don't have any leadership. They have no leadership. You can't raise a family all on emotions. They're making the men emotional. Like, they are. Like, if you raise for all women, I've talked to guys, and they sound like women sometimes, because they're taking the ideology of their mother. And they don't understand, like, that's not how you're supposed to be. That's not how you're supposed to be cut. Like, it's not. So I get it. Yeah, it is. And it's actually sad. But think about it. It is going to decrease. I just said people don't have Sunday dinners no more. People don't even cook. Women don't even cook. They go through them drive-thrus, though. they whip around. They whip through them drive-thrus. As Kenny says, she disrespected Kevin after the interview, and now she is witnessing what he was. Yeah, exactly. She's witnessing what he was talking about. Yeah, and a lot of women are. A lot of women are witnessing now. Now you're seeing. It's like all that stuff he was saying, while people was talking about he hate women, he didn't hate women. He didn't hate women. He's seeing what's going on in his community. He's looking at it. He sees how everything's getting took over. He's seeing how they're building up a lot of the black women, but they're gonna tear them back down. All them loans and all that stuff, all them PPP loans, all that Goldman and Sachs, and all the different businesses, ideas they want to give to the black women. Watch how fast it falls. Black men are our only protection. So when you're helping people knock them down, what do you think is going to happen? I tell women this all the time. Like, what do you think is going to happen? And the crazy thing is, a lot of women don't want to follow a man's leadership, right? What's going on? Oh, I was sorry. I was looking at my screen. I was talking to a woman today, and she was telling me that she divorced her husband because she said that he made enough money for both of them, but she said she feel like she had to go live her life. She said she feel like she's losing herself. And I was like, and think about this. That's what a lot of women do. They will break up the whole family and they leave. That man probably would have never divorced her. And she actually admitted, she's like 60-something years old now. She actually said, yeah, you're right. And she was like, she left because, and she said her mom tried her best to make her stay with her husband. And she said, she was like, no. And you know what? Now she's like, man, I should have stayed. She said, I should have stayed. She should have stayed. Like, and think about it. But she said her grandma, which was the flip side, she said her grandma was married 4 times, and her grandma was saying, you get somebody else. Yeah, pretty runs out. It does not stay. Like, that's not something that you're going to keep forever. Like, you're not. And this is the thing, and this is what's happening right now. Yeah, and Kendra, she might have money, right? But like I always tell people, I ain't seen a Brinks truck follow a hearse yet. Like, that's all I'm saying. And it is different. Like, when men are protection, they are. If it wasn't, you will see more women in the military. You don't see that? Says Skinny said one thing I don't do is talk about the dead. They piss on his grave. Yes, they do. Yes, it's all kind of TikTok video. When Jeff Bezos got married to that millionaire lady, all the women was like, and Kevin didn't know what he was talking about. Look, he married a single mom. You compared, you are comparing that lady had like $30 million to being a single mom, but this is what they do. They compare themselves to Beyonce, even Rihanna. Perfect example. All the women are going off on A$AP Rocky, saying that he is terrible. He's rich. Nobody's going to have the exact same amount of money, but you see how mad they are though when a woman has more money than a man. Like, what is the difference? Like, they're a family. Like, what is the difference? It doesn't make a difference, and that's where it gets one-sided at. Like, who was Rihanna's a billionaire? Who was she going to find? Who was she supposed to date? Like, I don't understand that. Skinny said, seriously though, no home training. Yeah, exactly. Name a black man. Yeah, exactly. That ain't shit on it. They will. That is weird, and that's mean. I think you would know a lot about a woman's personality. Just bring up Kevin Samuels. You gonna see their personality in one paragraph. Because they're not gonna be able to contain it. They're not gonna be able to contain it. They're gonna go off. They're going, and so you're really going to see who they are, and that's weird to me. Like even the weight thing, when men are talking about weight, like who can tell you? If your mama can't tell you, your man can't tell you, who can tell you anything that's wrong? Like, and that's the part that I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Kenny says she is a gold digger. She had a roster of men before she got with. Oh well, yeah, she's married to like an NFL player. Of course. Yeah. I'm not trying to say anything about that lady, like, but she definitely was. Yeah, she's out there. Yeah, she definitely is for the skis, the ocean, the cobblestone. She's for like she's whoever is coming, whoever's coming around. She's jumping on board. It says with them, it's not about equality. That's what I'm saying. It's not about equality. It's about merely. I promise, and that's the thing. They like to bump heads. They love to bump heads. It's almost like they want confrontation with men. That's weird. A man goes on a date with a woman. He don't want to hear about your job. He don't want to hear about your stuff that you're supposed to be doing. You don't get an award for you having a job, ma'am. You don't. You don't. Like, I don't understand when you hear people talk. That's what they like. Well, she has a good job. That has nothing to do with her talking to somebody. Like, it doesn't. Like, it's really weird. Good point. Bring up Kevin Samuels and test you. I'm telling you, bring up Kevin Samuels. If y'all do nothing else, bring him up to any woman. I promise you. Watch their reaction. They gonna have either three. I'm gonna give you three. They gonna be mad, and they never know what was going on with the show. They always repeat something he didn't say. Or they don't say anything at all. They don't say nothing at all. They don't even they don't say anything about it. And what was sad was, he had all kind of different things planned for different women. People knew that they was listening to him. I think that's why they got him up out of here. Like, I honestly do think that there was nobody else talking about the things that he was talking about. Even women didn't even realize they had attitude problems. They didn't even realize the things how they were moving wasn't right. They had no idea. They didn't know that. Nobody ever told them that. Like I said, some women want a man to tell them the truth, and that's the thing, right? Men will tell you the truth when they're talking. Kevin is a man, right? So he's going to tell you the truth. Most women are going to sugarcoat it. They're going to rub your back. This is why you have 600-pound women in bikinis and their friends are saying, "Go girl." Like, no, take that off. No, that's not how that's going. That's not, no, we're not doing that. Okay. But this is life though. Women okay stuff like that. They do. I'm looking at it. I'm just looking at it. I'm sending my future girlfriend Red Talk Anna. Like, if she has a problem, it's time to back. And a lot of women, that's why, and I like women too, as far as coming on my show, but most women can't even watch. Like when I'm somewhere and they're like, "You got a YouTube?" And I'm like, yes. I'm like, what's your name? I'm like, I don't know if you're gonna like my channel. Like, I don't know if you're gonna like my channel. It's only very few women that's going to rock with me when it comes to my channel because I don't be on that. I don't. I'm a very logical person. So if you're not a logical person, even as a woman, you're not gonna like my channel. You're not. It says, Kilo said feminists are fighting a multi-prog war. It said they don't know who their true enemy is. They don't know. But government getting paid off of it. Keep on going, doing shopping sprees. Keep on buying 60, 70 purses. You don't even go outside. You got women that don't even go outside. They don't even social. They have no social skills. And they just buying stuff. They just buy because that's how it's set up. That's how seen that China video I played. They doing the same thing with China. They set the women up. They make so much money. Women think they're boss chicks even if they make $50,000. They make $50,000 and they'll think they're better than everybody. And we're like, when did we get like this? Like that's sad, like that's sad. Just because you make more money than your man, it does not mean that you're not the boss of the house. That's not how that goes. Because like if somebody breaking that house, who go downstairs? He ain't gonna tap you to be like going downstairs. He's not hiding behind you. He's not hiding behind Keisha. He's not. So I always tell people that you only want it equal when it counts. And that's where it gets messed up. Let me see. You said, let's review the male therapist who's going viral. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I got that. Let me look and see if I got that real quick. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me look and see if I got this real quick. I did. I just deleted a whole bunch of videos. Let's see what I got. What's this one? Let's see. Is this the one I had? Oh, no, this one was good. Did y'all see this one?
There is an epidemic of ugly women online complaining that men are not handsome enough for them. You heard it right. Ugly women who don't know they're ugly complaining about the men that they are well suited for. That men are not handsome enough for them. You heard it right. Ugly women who don't know they're ugly complaining about the men that they are well suited for. What's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. Women have been lying to each other for the last, how long has feminism been going on? Well, however long that is. And it's really ramped up in the last 20 to 30 years.
And she's not lying. This is why you see really big girls in crop tops. This is why you see women walk around here and they got all that oatmeal and everything hanging up on the back because you got women that tell them like, you look great, girl. Like, no, like, this is sad.
Where we've seen this body positivity, everyone's beautiful, everyone's valuable, bullshit. So now what we have is an epidemic of level 4, 5, 6, 304s thinking that they are God's gift to men. And the irony is totally lost on them when the internet has been reacting with absolute vitriol towards them because it seems as if they don't own a mirror. Let's start with patient 0. Now you'll notice she's Asian. That means 4 points taken off automatically on the attractive scale. I don't make up the rules. It is what it is. Now, if you are a boomer or a man over 65 with a retirement plan who's on his 3rd divorce, you get 4 more points for attractiveness as an Asian. I don't make the rules. It's just what it is.
All very much aware we are living through a chopped man epidemic, and there's a big shortage of baddies. It's gone so bad to the point that, like, if I see an attractive man, it genuinely makes my day. Hold
on, Skinny. How do I do that? I haven't made a moderator yet. How do I do that on here? I'm on StreamYard. Oh yeah, Kilo Mike. Oh yeah, she cooked this whole video. This whole video she cooks, okay? And you know what's so sad? I seen it on a man's video, and the man was saying, "I want to say this, but I know y'all gonna cook me." He was like, "So I'm gonna let y'all listen to this lady." Like that's the world we live. We live in a world where men can't even say what they want to say. like, and that's crazy to me because she only telling the truth.
Walk on the sidewalk earlier, and I saw a cute guy in his car, so I waved to him, and he smiled back at me. And obviously, he drove away after that. But I was like, "Oh my god, a cute guy." This was at 6:50 p.m. It's 7:17, and I'm still like, oh my god. And I feel like this is gonna empower me through my evening. Like, wow, I actually saw an attractive man today. Like, diamond in the rough, needle in the haystack. Seriously.
Right. She comes on here talking about a chopped man epidemic looking like that. What the hell is going on? Is nobody telling these women that they're ugly and that they need to lower their standards? Do you have any like self-aware? I don't know I'm lost for words. I don't know. Are these 304s getting like really hot dudes or something? Why would this woman think that a chopped man is not exactly the only thing that she can get? I'll tell you why. Because they're hoes. Hoes are sleeping around, and they're sleeping with men way above their league, and this makes them think, ooh, I'm attractive enough to get this man. That means that's the only level that I'm gonna date. Now, let me tell you something, sweetie. Men will sleep with a range of anything. Now, not all men. There are high quality, like that guy you saw in the car. Notice that he drove away. Does that tell you something? He drove away, sweetie. Do you think if you were Angelina Jolie and you waved to him, he would have drove away? No, he would have pulled over and he would have asked for your number. That tells you something. Cut it out, okay? Because you're sleeping with men way more attractive than you, and you think that you can get that man. And what you don't understand is they're just using you. And I know you grew up in the post-feminist era that told you that, oh, we're all equal, and a man sleeping with a woman is the same as a woman sleeping with a man, and you're using him too. I know you live in La La Land, but none of that's true. None of it's true. Because men, they can bounce back from a sexual interaction and have no emotional recourse from it. Okay, men can bounce back from a sexual interaction. It can mean nothing to them. And I know that there's a lot of you out there who doesn't mean anything to me either. If that's where you're genuinely at, I feel sorry for you. You have broken something inside of you that is sacred in womanhood, that's about bonding. And the feminists have stole this from you because they hate you and they want you to be miserable. And I know you think I'm really mean, but I'm actually somebody who's being incredibly compassionate right now because I'm telling you a truth. And usually when you tell a woman the truth, she cries and screams and throws a temper tantrum and demands that you change what you said, thinking that if she can get you to change what you said, she can make it untrue.
And she didn't lie. She did not lie on everything she said. Women think when they sleep with somebody that they feel like that's where they need to go to now. Like, no, you slept with that person. That don't mean that means nothing.
For my chopped 304s who don't realize that they're chopped, I've prepared a list to help you. Okay? Here's some of the things that would give away that you are in fact a 5 or below. Number 1, you work in an office. No attractive woman works in an office for longer than it takes for the CEO to start banging her and setting her up in an apartment. I'm telling you right now, if you work in an office and you've been doing it for years on years, you are at best average and most likely below average. Attractive women are not long for the office. Here's another sign that you are average or below average in looks as a woman. You take the bus. She's got a man who loves her enough, who'll drive her wherever she needs to go. Here's another sign that you are average or below average. You post a picture on Instagram and there are tons of comments telling you how beautiful you are from other ugly women. You look at those comments of those women and they say, wow, you're so beautiful. Then you look at them and you go, oh, of course you think that because you're ugly. I got bad news for you, sweetie.
And what
you
I
guys
just
are
say,
on the
women
same
fuck with
level
women.
of attractiveness. Ugly women love to boost other ugly women because even though they're pretending not to know, they know the truth. They think that if they can bring down the scale of attractiveness to the level that they're at, so everybody's on that level, then they cannot be revealed for being the hideous monsters that they actually are.
And where did she lie at? Like, and that ain't, I promise you, you got, and it's
Folks,
crazy. Women really be making TikToks and be calling people ugly and this and that and this and that. Okay, skinny boy, how do I do this? I'm trying to send you a link. I clicked your name. Are you saying I just clicked your name and I've never did that before on here. So I'm trying to figure it out. As I was trying to see like where do you click that at? I see where it says media assets. I put in, let me see. I clicked your name. You said click your name, right? I clicked your name. It just, let me see another way. Maybe I'm a little lost, but I did click it. I'm trying to click it. Let me see something. Hold up. I'll be right back. Let me look at something real quick. Coming right back. Let me see here. Fast girl. See what this is. I clicked your name. It's not letting me do it. I even sent, let me see here. Let me see. Standard live. I'm going to know next time when I come back on. I'm going to know how to do it when I come back on here. I don't know how to do it to where you, because I did click your link. Let me do it one more time. Let me see. Put user. No, that's no. I don't know. And I have everything on here. Let me look at something. Stage one person. Let me see something. And that one is share this link. That's to bring somebody up. I don't know how to get it to where you, I'm trying to click your name, but I don't know. Look, I'll know. I'm gonna learn it tonight, and I'm gonna come back on her tomorrow. I'll come back on her tomorrow about 9:30. 9:30. I'm come back on her tomorrow 9:30, and then that way you can send me all the links you want. I just don't want to look for it right now while I'm on live. So when I get off of here, I'm gonna know how to do it. So let me know if you come back on tomorrow, then, and you can send me any links you want. I click them all. I know you probably got some good ones, so I'm down for that. So if y'all on here, I'm back on here tomorrow at 9:30. I'll put it into the little posts, and I normally put up a little video saying when I'm coming on there. So please like this live, guys. It's been real. I'm about to get off here because I gotta make some content, and I will be back on here tomorrow. So Skinny, Frank, Kilo, whoever else is on here, come join me tomorrow. I'm gonna come back because there's tons of stuff I still want to talk about that I did not get off my chest tonight. So we're gonna holler about it. Thanks, babies. See y'all later.